you don't really see a K next to any number for any of the people that follow me or whatever the case may be. It's just like I might have 1,000 here, I might 2,000 here. It's not really that much, right? It's not really that
on your page.
Yeah, I got like 3,000 on Instagram or like maybe 1,000 on Facebook, things like that. It's not like 10K, 15K type thing. And a lot of people use that as like the social currency. It's like, yo, I got 15,000 or 20,000 or whatever the case may be. But, and I'm not even trying to say this to brag or whatever. If you replace me with somebody who had 15 or 20K, they're not going to get 700 people to their premiere because they didn't take that step back and say, how am I going to get butts in the seat? Because they're going to say, oh, I'm just going to put this out. I got 10,000 people that should see it. Yeah. Bro, nobody's watching. I want to see your content and I can't see it because I'm scrolling on Instagram and Instagram is saying out of 10 posts, I'm only going to be able to see 1 or 2 out of 3,000. Yeah. So Instagram is literally stopping me from seeing content. And I'm literally subscribed to you. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I'm subscribed to you. I'm telling Instagram, I want to see Ape Lowe's. Every time he drop, I want to see him. And Instagram's like, I don't care. Look at this ad. You don't want to get this T-shirt?
Well, I mean, you can like do the tag and notice for alerts, like when people are.
Yeah, that is true.
And as well, I mean, if you look into your like following list on Instagram, you can even go as far as looking at who you least interact with too, if you were looking for ways to reach out to more people.
So this is the thing that's annoying though, because the common consumer isn't. I'm not going to say not tech savvy enough, but isn't aware enough of the back end of Instagram to curate their experience to just actually be what they think it already is. Yeah. You subconsciously think, oh yeah, when this girl dropped this photo, I should be able to see it. Meanwhile, you look down at the fine print, it says 2 days ago. Like Instagram throw it to you whenever you get it. It's not chronological. It's just, nigga, when you get it, you get it.
I've definitely seen a picture from November of some shit while it was in June.
Yeah. Like, so true. I basically say all that to say this. Like, when it comes to the marketing thing, and you start taking a step back and looking at it, I think we have to be a little bit more creative in figuring out how I'm going to be able to speak to Rahh personally, not having Instagram speak to him through whatever algorithm they got. Like, how can I talk to you and say like, yo, like for example, we wearing the same shirt today. Word. How can I say like, yo, like I got this brand or whatever, I would like for you to put this on, or I would like for you to buy this personally, right? You didn't get that off an Instagram ad. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. The people who came to my premiere, full disclosure, I spent like $80 in terms of
marketing on
sponsored content. $80. And the only reason why I spent that $80 was because I was trying to test to see whether or not it was viable. Yeah. Nah, I want to see you personally. I want to shake your hand. We got some hand-to-hand combat. So I think the way that we win in the future,
that's important. That what you said, like hand-to-hand, person-to-person contact.
That P2P, bro, like that's what's gonna. Even if you do it a digital way, like a digital PTP, bro. I mean, if you are in Bridgeport and you open your DMs, you probably see some. If you go, you might not see me. You might see me in general or something like that. Yeah, bro, I'm there. Like because I don't care. Like I'm like, yo, and I'm having a conversation with you. I'm not even on some. Hey, check this out. Da, da, da. I'm like, yo, that picture is fire. Like, and then I'm gonna have a conversation and say, yo, this is what I got to offer too. What do you got? Yeah. Because otherwise, I feel like genuinely you're leaving so much on the table because you're expecting the app to do it. And the app is like, if you're not paying me, I'm not pushing your content. That's what Zuckerberg is saying. That's what Elon Musk is saying. That's what Alphabet is saying. They're like, listen, if you don't pay us, we're not pushing your content. So unless you have a medium that's going to push the content, like for example, Dead in the Days on Amazon Prime now, it's pushing the content on its own because it's its own platform. Yeah. If you like a movie like this, it's going to push it. Okay, I don't really have to push too much. You still got to do your own marketing, but it's a little bit different. Yeah. Instagram, you compete, and this is it too. You got a Valentine's Day shoot. You're gonna drop it on Valentine's Day. Everybody's dropping. Every girl in the world is gonna drop their flowers on Valentine's Day. So now I gotta compete with 20% of the first 10 posts, and then now I want you to say, "Hey, look at me," and then you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, the numbers ain't good." Nah, it's not that the numbers ain't good. The app isn't good.
The app is like going.
The system is against you. Like, so you really gotta take that step back and be like, "Yo, how am I put these butts in this seat?" Okay, bet that's how I do it.
Nah, you right though.
Like,
I feel like for us, like the Jungle Squad cast, our goal is to get a certain level of fans, and so we can start leveraging companies for like sponsorships.
I got an idea for y'all right now. Get a table, right? And go to the most weird place that you shouldn't be outside. And then just do the podcast there, right? Right? So like, let's say you just set up in the middle of the green downtown Bridgeport with a Santa hat.
We'll need guns.
Potentially. So, right? You guys wear costumes. That in and of itself wouldn't be much different in terms of your execution of the podcast. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're going to be doing it outside. There's going to be like some technical aspects of it in terms of electricity or whatnot. But that 2 to 3 hour planning that you might need to do in order to make sure that's a success is going to be a much bigger response in terms of your marketing, because somebody's gonna walk down the street and say, yo, what are these niggas doing? And then they're gonna see you again and be like, oh nah, I see him, dude. That dude is mad funny.
Yeah.
And now the conversation that they're doing F the app, because they're gonna market it for you. Like they're gonna, yo, look at these people, it's crazy. You see that dude?
They have an IRL experience.
They have an IRL experience. If you look online, you scroll on TikTok, the hack right now is everything is IRL. Everything is IRL. It's funny, like you walk down the street, you see somebody in nice clothes. Hey, what's your favorite designer? What's your favorite designer? I'm like, yo, if I'm a designer, I'ma say 3 different popular designer brands, and then for the 4th one, say my brand, nigga. And then now everybody who's watching this like, ooh, I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna take that. It's all faux realism. I think faux realism is the hack in terms of marketing.
Today's
marketing. It's the best cheap way to do it, because I mean, if you got $2,000-$3,000 to spend, you could just play the numbers game, but you're gonna be competing with freaking Paramount. Paramount right now is sending ads for you to use their platform to show your ads. That's what their ad is on Instagram. Literally, use us on Paramount for ads. They're spending money right now to take up your space on Instagram so that you could market your stuff on Paramount TV as opposed to Instagram, because they know you're not getting no sales off Instagram. Meanwhile, they're $1 billion company, so they could spend $2 million on that and not even sweat it.
Well, Instagram is ass. To me, like when I started putting money towards the ads and shit, at least towards Instagram, definitely wasn't getting a response. I was getting all the views, but I wasn't getting no followers. I wasn't getting money engagement.
It's a money pit.
YouTube, those are the ones that you're a little bit more likely to get something back or return back.
Yeah, I mean,
or I don't know. I'm asking. I really don't know.
I put it like this. I think the best way to market anything is the opposite of what everybody else got going on. That's what we do at the Empire. Whatever them niggas is doing, contrarian. I'ma just think about a way to do it better and more interesting than y'all. If I was gonna do a podcast, I'ma look at Ape and I'm gonna be like, these niggas drop every single week.
I'm gonna drop every day
consistently. I might not be able to drop every day.
Yeah, every day is crazy.
I might not be able to drop every day, but at minimum, I gotta do it. If I gotta compete with him, I gotta do 1 or 2 a week. Yeah. Or if I don't do 1 or 2 a week, the 1 or 2 that I do per month gotta have heavy impact. So I'ma freaking put my chair in the middle of Main Street until the cops come get me. You see what I'm saying? Because now the news is gonna cover me, because now that's the marketing I got. I can't compete with his bag, so I gotta be a little bit more eccentric in terms of how I talk to these customers. Now there's a certain line of morals and certain line of safety, etc., that you have to include, so you're not.
Yo, bro, I've been telling all these niggas to like, let's just sit out here, have all bitches suck our dick, and whoever nut first loses.
Yeah, so that, but that won't get you as much as you need, because people can't watch that content. You only can put that on OnlyFans.
Nah, it's like just their heads bobbing.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it's not gonna see our actual penises. It's like they're on their knees and all you see is their heads and just our reaction.
I think
it might go viral.
What bothers me more is like
they might shadow
environment
baby too.
Of what I see. Sure. You know, like,
for sure.
They're gonna be like, Mr. V, we saw you getting head on the podcast.
Right. It's a very high risk maneuver.
Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
Yeah. Controversial.
Yeah.
Teacher gets fired for getting head on this podcast.
You definitely gotta From there, you gotta keep going in a wild direction.
Yeah, I gotta go to Adam 22 route.
No cap.
Type shit.
You gotta do a whole different career change.
Nah, that was funny, yo. We just had like a great like marketing introduction to the Jungle Squad cast. We had to educate you niggas, and we can't educate you the way Mr. Justin Royce, who's in the building twice in one season. That's a record for any guest, by the way.
Special date this time too, right?
You feel me? This is the official episode 100, ladies and gentlemen. Last week was 99.5. So this is episode 100 right here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
I'm excited to be here, man. Honored.
Nah,
Keep it
for
100.
real. So we got my brothers from diverse mothers here. My A1 to my left, Mr. Rahh is in the building, back in the flesh, looking great.
Hello.
What's goody?
I ain't gonna lie, it's been a couple weeks, but shit feel like forever.
Yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
We missed you, man. Like, I missed you, bro. I don't know about him. He don't talk to me. Nah, bro, what's good? He was good, bro.
Bro, it was good. Nigga, we here, episode 100.
I know,
even though it's like episode 110, but it's episode 100.
Hey, we stay with that 100.
This is the official episode 100. The official episode 100 cast, for real. All right?
For the niggas on RSS, no.
Nah, for real. We'll get to your leg in a bit, but last but not least, we have a superstar in the building. We got back-to-back superstars ending the season of season 4, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Royce, the actor.
Yes, sir.
I'm at the door, Club Shay.
Producer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have in the building Justin Royce, who is no other than a director, producer, engineer, editor, superstar, entrepreneur, marketer. Oh my God, the list just goes on. Friend, father, brother, future husband.
Facts.
He is in the making, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Royce.
Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for getting to the red carpet too, man.
Yo, we were just gonna start with that first, man. Before, well, we're actually not gonna start with you first. We're gonna be a little bit selfish right now.
That's fine.
And celebrate our episode 100, and we can experience it from your perspective since you're our guest.
Cool.
So, since you've met the Jungle Squad cast, what are some of the highs and lows? You already kind of touched upon some of the lows, which is we can do better with our marketing, but keep going. I like to learn.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that you guys are, some of the hardest working individuals in the podcast space, especially in this area. I did a whole promo campaign for the Premeire. I started in June. I ended, basically all the way up into the date. And you guys, the reason why I'm back here again is because you guys keep a professional outfit running. You work hard. It's not a situation in which, well, at least you never publicize that you guys aren't on the same page. And I love that unity, bro. So I think it's dope. I think everything that you guys got going on, I see how you got 100 episodes. Like I think people.
I like that.
I think a lot of people might not understand how big that is because they are a little bit more inclined to, watch, I don't know, chains and cars and fame and stuff like that. But for a creator and somebody who understands hard work, bro, and consistency, 100 episodes is even bigger than that because half the chains be fake, half the cars be rented.
If we were TV,
you see what I'm saying?
we'd be syndicated, we could sell it and have reruns on TV.
That content's what's important, man. So that's coming. I definitely see it in y'all future. Y'all keep this up, man. It's gonna be dope.
One day we'll have a live that'll just play all the episodes on a loop.
Damn.
I agree. I think that'll be fire.
Do you guys have like we'll start on that couch. Do you guys have like a favorite JSC moment that y'all like seen or that you had on the pod? Some shit that memorable moment.
I'll go first. I was telling Brad earlier. I was like, I had the same idea where we had like a little spat on a podcast. And me and my guy, we was arguing or whatever, making it seem like it was real. Fat Funny, yeah.
Shout out to Fat Funny.
And then you guys dropped yours a little earlier, and I was like, "Yo, great minds think alike."
All niggas like to argue.
Yeah, we didn't think about that shit at all. Like that nigga just playing that shit in the middle of the
just did it?
conversation. Yeah, I accidentally actually took it out of the episode while I was editing. I was like, oh, shit.
Word.
So maybe I could go back and be like, yo, look, a deleted scene or some shit. But it's not even there no more.
It helps with the magic of it all. You know?
Yeah, I like that. And then from my personal one, we had a really good conversation.
You didn't bring the poster today.
Yeah, we had a poster.
Yours was mad cool, bro.
I think that was dope.
I thought you was
I'll be
always gonna
selfish.
bring the banner, bro.
Oh yeah, I should have bought the extra poster.
Oh yeah, the one with the giant ass.
Yeah, it was tweaking on falling the whole time. Hey, it stayed up for most of the part.
Definitely.
Yeah, it stayed up.
What about you, man? You've been here since episode 1, bro. No funny shit. You've only missed 1 episode or two episodes.
Like 2 or 3, maybe.
Yeah.
2 or 3 out of 100 is crazy.
But I be here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard work. Just stay consistent, say shit like.
Nah, I gotta give you
Different breeds
kudos
of
because,
niggas,
ladies
like,
and gentlemen, not only Rad has been here since episode 1, he's also been helping me with the editing. Bro, done help me. We literally got the Rodecaster and the headphones together when we first started. Like, it was like a whole like moment type shit. We done rearranged this shit multiple times, switched rooms. Like,
Talk about it.
That
Talk
shit
about
up.
it.
so like,
Brought furniture up, down.
yeah,
That's what's up.
to this day, it's just me and him like handling the editing. Not Roz editing.
Nah, I already
Rub it in the mix.
5%. Yeah, like, he's like
In the
the
mix,
sprinkler,
learning.
like, little cherry.
Spurs on cooking.
That shit.
but yeah, bro. It's literally without you, bro. I don't even think this would be possible, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. I mean, it's the same for you, though.
Well,
Like,
that's
without
goes
you,
without
nigga.
saying, but
You know what I mean?
it's
Like,
just without you, for real. Like, you're my Robin to the Batman. Like, nah, because you're more like a partner. You're like, I can't call you
Nightwing,
Superman.
nigga.
Nah, like you're
Superman, Batman?
to Batman. Yeah, you could be Superman.
works.
I like Batman.
You could be Superman.
I figure out how
He
to
gotta
do it.
have his own show. Like,
Yeah.
he can't just be a sidekick. I feel you.
Yeah, like, and he got a stream. You feel me? Like, comment, subscribe, follow, pay for that. You feel me? Video games, content, IRL coming soon. You feel me?
Dope.
Hit me on Twitch.
Yeah. What about you? Any favorite? Did you even talk about your
No,
my
yeah.
fault. I gave you a yeah.
Honestly, damn, it's old because I don't even think we have it available anymore. But if you know, it's Beat a Bitch Up, bro. That was like one of my favorite.
the beat her up.
That shit was hilarious.
No, that shit is
bro.
still up. I just changed the title. I think.
Yeah, one of our boys.
I didn't see it. What is it?
Bro, this is from the beginning, bro.
Oh, this is like an old archive joint.
One of our boys.
I think episode 8.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
One of our boys is there, and we're just talking about, I think, like, just like being in the mood and shit. And he's like, I don't know how, but like, you know, like I like got her like this, and I just like, I beat the bitch up. And like,
Yeah, in the car, like, you feel me, on some freak shit, like, to get turned on, I gotta beat her up a little. I'm like,
What?
but the way like he said it, bro, me and this nigga instantly just laughed for like
Start
5 minutes straight, bro.
That's
it was
funny.
the funniest shit ever.
That's funny.
I like when we were, you know, a little more unfiltered. I think our conversations, if you go back to the beginning,
A little
episodes,
less
were-
politically correct.
were
Yeah.
not
What's the-
dedicated to listed content. We would just come through.
yeah, we
what
would just
felt.
come in freestyle for at least the first 50, 60 episodes. It was just like off the dome, bro.
And then once it became more than
Structure.
me and him and having a girl, and like we actually had males, like I think we realized like
what we talk about.
the way it goes becomes very misogynistic and one-sided, where it's just about sex, or you know what I mean, like pussy, like which
We was violent.
yeah, titties, like you know what I'm saying, like it all derived from sex, and it was
You
just
want to
like,
know the
come
very
on now.
first episode of the conversation? It was me talking about how like me and my friends we were siphoning outside, and then while walking to the siph area, we were seeing his neighbor butt naked and walking in her crib like
Word?
titties out. Like we were just talking about titties, and that was the very first Jungle Squad conversation. To now,
I mean, that might be worth a conversation, though. You don't see that every day.
she was beautiful. Like
Miss
man,
Parker was outside. Okay, bet.
He said, I still remember her. She was definitely beautiful. He said, I still remember her. She was
yeah,
definitely
like
beautiful.
low key, perfect D cup, nice even chocolate areola, perked up nips, like
This nigga took a little picture.
like curves in the curve area.
That's the
Yeah.
first pick in the photo gallery.
Feel me? Had the dreads.
You might get Alzheimer's, but I'm gonna remember them. I don't remember them pics.
Yeah, thank God she ain't see us. It was on some creep shit. He was like, oh yeah, she does that all the time. I'm like, oh, you a creep nigga, bro.
Nigga said every day about
like-
3 o'clock.
Got an alarm set.
Just to see some ass, bro. Bro, go out
She
to
should
smoke,
be
man.
getting out the shower.
I got like 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes, bro. I
I'm
got
gonna
5
go to the
minutes.
store. You want some juice?
Again?
That was weird, bro. What about you,
Open the
Rob?
refrigerator, there's 30 juices in there.
That's nasty.
That's dope. Funny.
Why are there always
One of
Arizonas in my fridge?
My fault. Y'all blew you mad rude to Rob. Like,
Nah, y'all
My
good.
fault,
Y'all good. One of my favorite moments was probably like the sex positions. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as hell.
which one? There was a couple sex position when we was talking about like
It was the episode where I was talking about like the hand on the
Oh yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Rahh was like, you feel me? I would just, put her leg up there. The way he described that shit was dope.
How deep are we in terms of the episodes? This is still in the beginning?
yeah, this was actually probably this season actually.
Oh, word.
Yeah, because we was like, what was our favorite sex position, and then Rad was trying to describe it, and he just kept using his body to describe it. He's like, I do this, and I do this.
And then you just
So you ever seen that
was
you ever seen
choreography?
Iron Man 2
Yeah.
when he's at the Derby and he had to put his suit on through the suitcase? He's like you just made that shit a party, like
It just like we were just looking at him. We was just like, what the fuck is going on
I'm
right
trying
now?
to imagine this shit. Like,
And then this nigga was like, yo. We all looked at him. He was like, "Yeah, one hand right here, one hand right here." He was like, yeah, "You could do this anywhere in the car."
nigga hit the one,
Just anywhere.
one hand
Shit
on
global.
front.
Yeah, he was like,
Hit the
"Shit
Deja."
global." Like, look, all dead in the eye. Shit global.
That is funny.
Everybody was like, "Nigga said global." For me, like, I probably should have asked you a funnier question. What was the dumbest thing or most wild thing that y'all thought that I did on the pod or said on the pod?
I want to know what you.
My
what your
most
funniest-
memorable?
Yeah.
My
got
most
too many.
memorable, I probably have a little too much.
Let's narrow it down to one.
I'm gonna go to just season 4. Like my most. The problem is I do this shit like it's clockwork, so it's like really hard to like really.
Was it like that from the beginning?
Huh?
shit.
It was like that from the beginning?
No, like the beginning was to me. The beginning was more fun. I like the being a little bit more unfiltered, but we wasn't getting as much views until we started getting serious about it. But
It just got
There's a
us-
science to it, too.
Yeah, I think it just got us better at talking in general. Like,
Yeah.
and then once we were ready, we knew how to communicate at least and keep
Yeah.
it going. Like,
like the
Word.
beginning was us trying to get to know how we would really talk and get to know each other and function. And then once we got into the routine, we realized what we were normally talking about and started making an actual structure on how to talk about it now.
Yeah.
But just to my favorite memory would probably have to be when I forgot my grandparents' birthday. and then it was like, oh shit, like
call them.
yeah.
So
and
now
then
we gotta call him.
yeah, and then we called them
Mid-cast?
like, on the like on the podcast, like yo, start singing happy birthday and shit, like, and it wasn't even their birthday; it was the next day. So
But they're like,
Oh.
it's tomorrow.
yeah, I was like, oh shit, thank you. I was like really happy. So, another one earlier in the pod would probably be when I had it was just me and Rad at the time. And I got jumped. Like this is when I would get jumped all the time for my ideas and point of views. And it was the heated prenup debate. And him and 4K Phil, they just came up here and then they just totally tried to jump me on my point of view.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, just to fucking agree with me. We had a 45. It was the entire episode basically that we just argued about this fucking debate of a prenup and having it or not. And like these niggas, is
Are
like,
you pro or?
I'm not pro. I'm pro prenup, and
Okay,
these
yeah.
niggas did not want to have a prenup, and they were jumping me like, "Oh, you don't love bitches." Oh, I was just like, "Yo, these niggas are crazy right now. Think logically." Oh, then they started
Think
coming at me.
logically.
Yeah. They started coming at me. You don't even got shit, nigga. What art? What business? I was like, "Oh my god."
50% of what?
You nigga, I don't understand why you upset. Yeah, I was like, nigga, what? Yo, bro, I should really like.
I'm gonna be somebody.
Is that up?
Huh? Yeah, that shit still
Nah,
up. That was like,
send me the link to that directly after the podcast.
and then
bro.
he came back, right?
That's funny.
And then we had another later episode. This was like early season 3. This one's probably one of my favorite episodes too. And yeah, it was a Christmas pod. And then we were talking about like jails or some shit. Like who was most likely to get fucked in the ass in jail.
What the hell?
And then like,
How
what
does
would
this
you do?
come up in topics? Y'all wrote that down on the board?
Yeah. No, actually, no.
They said, yo, if you was in jail, you giving or you getting?
Neither.
Yeah, we was like gun to your child's head. He just had a newborn that like just got born. They're like gun to your son's head. Which one do you do? He was like, I'm getting it in the ass. Then fuck. No, he said I was giving it. He said I was giving it. He said.
Said I'm getting it.
Yeah. So
Word to nose, you got to whistle on that.
No defamation.
Yeah, no defamation. Shout out to yeah, like that was actually a really, really fun episode. Now
That's still funny.
the next one. What was the second one I did? Was the most wild shit that Ape did. And then I have one more question, and then we'll move on from the
I can't think of the craziest thing you did. It's not like you did nothing wild.
Wildest shit.
Oh, man. I be blacking shit up.
I'm not gonna
like,
hold you. I'm pro
That's
prenup,
crazy.
so that wouldn't have been wild.
Yeah.
Me, I'm definitely I'm with you. Pro prenup
Bro,
because
everybody was with me, bro. Literally, all in the comments, the reels, they all agree with me. But these niggas, I was just being jumped. It was like
In
a
person?
2v1 live, and I had to defend everybody.
And for engagement, bro.
engagement bait.
No, they were dead ass. These niggas believe in love. Like they.
Hey, I respect it. I respect it.
I do.
I mean, I wouldn't do it personally, but like this, the way I view it is like this: the state imposes a prenup anyway. It's not like there's no prenup. It's just that you either get the one from the state or you get a catered one from your lawyer.
Yeah,
So I'm getting mine from my lawyer. I ain't leaving it to nobody else.
not the state. Look what
And I
happens.
feel like I'm least inclined to use it, but hey, F it.
Nah, I agree. So y'all don't have any 8 moments. No, nothing wild. That means I've been well behaved. You always have.
Or you've been so wild so consistently that they can't pick one out.
They're numb to
So
it.
now, yeah, Kyle pick it too. I'm like, hey, both.
Type numb to it.
The most recent, I think, craziest shit you said was drop your pussy. That was about the craziest shit.
Drop it?
You was like, you gonna drop your pussy on the floor.
But there was probably some context.
Nigga, that's literally from the
the
drop your
context.
cootie, drop your cootie cat episode. That
yeah,
just
but
dropped.
like there was some context. So I didn't just say that out of nowhere. It was just like drop your pussy.
I
But
forgot what the shit was.
It was talking about how to. If your girl lost her memory, how would you get her back? And he was like, oh yeah, I probably got some songs and this and that I could go and like let her. Yeah, we speak with her. And she gonna drop her pussy.
I meant to say things or some shit. Like yeah, just fuck her and then she'll remember. Like, oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is. I
Just seem
remember.
familiar.
I'll catch it.
Anyway,
Y'all crazy.
speaking of pussy, all right. Mr. Justin Royce had a lot of bad bitches on the red carpet for the movie premiere of his movie Bridgeport. It was beautiful. It was
you, man.
amazing, bro. It was a great experience. Thank you for having us, interviewing everybody.
I'm so glad y'all came.
Great movie.
Thank you.
Bro,
Shout
I
out to
appreciate
your
it.
mother.
Yeah.
I almost invited her instead of your ass.
Listen, I wouldn't have had an issue with it either. I would not have had an issue.
She was wild. She was actually like reminding me of like what passion is and when you put it into your art. Like
Yeah.
she really, it was a good reminder. Like that shit doesn't die at any age. You
At
feel
any
me?
age, man.
I think Tyler Perry needed to like find her a long time ago.
Yeah. Quick backstory. My mom actually is a little bit more shy and more reserved than like me and my dad. But while I was filming Dead in the Day, she was on set because it was being filmed at my house in Houston.
Yeah.
And she kind of got inspired by it. And she sent me an audition for her character role before I even wrote the script for Bridgeport. She was just like, if I was going to be in a movie, this is how I would do it. And then she just went directly into that character.
Oh shit.
So
was her.
yeah, so I was like, yo, mom, like, and I told her too beforehand. I was like, listen, the way I write this, if you're really interested in it, I know you're gonna do well. You're gonna be a star. Are you comfortable with that being imposed into your natural shy state? And she was like, yeah, I'm up for it. Let's just see how it goes. And then she did it, you know, she did extremely well. And then when we pushed it and everybody started coming up to her and she was handling herself, I was like, all right, yeah, you were ready for it. You were ready for it. Because I told her beforehand, I'm like, yo, like, I think a lot of times people feel kind of hesitant to say like, oh, you'll be famous or you'll be a star because they think it's like, I don't know, wishful thinking or something like that. But I feel like if you don't have those conversations when you truly believe it, you're doing a disservice to the people. Yeah. So I'm like, listen, like, to be honest, the famous stuff ain't really all fun for real. Like it's kind of corny sometimes when it comes to like the logistics of it. Because it's like people reaching out to you all the time, they expressing their ideas all the time, and shit. Yeah, when you go to the club or you go to the party, like they're sitting there talking to you as opposed to like chilling. Yeah. So if you're that type of person, then you're not gonna have an issue with it.
Never not known,
right? Yeah. But if you're not that type of person, then you're gonna be more reserved. That's not really your natural habitat. Yeah. Not to say that I'm the most famous person in the world. I'm just saying like from what I see and what I've experienced. So I basically expressed that to her, and she was like,
"For you, you actually handled it like really well. Like,
thank you.
There was like mad people coming up to you at once at the red carpet, and it was just like, bro, this nigga could be like a fucking politician, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. By the third interview, I would have been like, yo, I'm going to the bathroom.
Bro, that's kind of my personality a little bit, but yeah. Long story short,
yeah, social battery actually. You just got a longer lifeline. Yeah, my shit dies like like my iPhone. I had that shit for like 4 years. This nigga got the new iPhone. My shit,
the new joint.
I'm still on the 8
with the backup charger on that shit. Like,
my shit dead.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just like having good, clean fun. You don't got to worry about your safety or whatever the case may be. People could just come and like dress spiffy, you know, see some people that they think are attractive and speak to them without it being like weird. Yeah. And then, you know, even for the after party too, I said no sections, just mingle, walk around, have fun, and people had a great time there too. So it's like,
it looked like a good event.
Yeah, it's just I just want to have, you know, I just want to bring the fun back. Like I don't want you to just go to the club and just do the fashion show thing. Or like the wallflower thing is just like, yo, like
just
if you
smoke and stay, watch the corner and watch
like
women twerk.
Yeah, it's really just Instagram story content. Or it's like, yo, it's so much fun that you can't even pull your phone out. I'd rather get back to that. So I kind of feel like that's kind of what the premiere was. That's kind of what the after party was. So I want to keep it up.
Yeah, that shit was dope, bro.
Thank you, man.
For you, like, to actually do that, like, your actual, like, red carpet premiere, was there anything that was happening behind the scenes that was, like, stressful, or did it just happen because it looked perfect? Yeah. But you know how behind the scenes shit, like, can really go awry? Yeah. Was there anything that was, like, stressful, or did it, like, just go, like, perfectly?
No, everything at some point in time had to be attended to, down to, you know, even, you know, the foul being played straight through right before like the premiere. Like,
yeah, because you was editing, like you said, like a week or two before, right?
Yeah, it was so much going on. If I was gonna sit here and like nitpick on everything that didn't go technically as planned, you know, we'd be here till tomorrow just on that topic. But what I will say though is, like, the thing about me is I'm very solution based. So like if a problem comes up, I don't sit there and kind of figure out how I feel about the problem until after I come up with a solution. I agree. And we are already past it. Yeah. And it got to a point where it was like, so many things are coming up. If I sit here and dwell at any point in time on this, somebody's experience is going to be, you know,
you're wasting time.
Me looking all stiff and not lively. Like I want to good memory of me, like what we saw, like you said, everything seems seamless. Like they don't want you going around being, yo, make sure that's right.
Right. Yeah.
That
so
shit was good, bro.
I'm hearing that, bro. I'm super appreciative because you know, I put a lot of effort into just making sure that everybody got their money worth out of it, and you know, had a good time, and I enjoyed it. I watched it. The live reactions was my favorite part.
That shit was dope.
I love live reactions because you sitting there looking at it, and then people like. When I edit it, I'm like, all right, I want to get them right here. So I like make the music there and whatnot. And then when you do it and they like, oh, I'm like, yes. He said I did it. Yeah, I did it like I said. So I was happy, man.
Were there any points within the film you felt like there were like different reactions than what you wanted?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Not so much that different than what I wanted, because you know, as the audience experiences it, that's just what it is. So if you enjoy it, that's just really what I want out of it. But there was times where people were laughing, and I was like, nigga, this not supposed to be funny. Like, you supposed to, like...
I thought that towards the scene at the end.
This supposed to be serious.
Was you and So Rare on the dock when you're about to kill him?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Some people was laughing, some people was crying, some people... Like, I saw some of the recaps, I'm like, yo, this person's literally... You can see tears. And I'm like, yo, like, I just like the fact that people are so invested into it that they're like, yo, like, I feel for him. I feel for him. Like, some people was like, nah, yo, you got to get rid of him. And then some other people was like, nah, don't kill him. Hurry up, kill that nigga. Like it was cool. So I was like, yes, I'm just happy like that they was that invested in it.
I think it made a difference of us laughing is because a lot of us knew y'all. Like,
yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's just like to see them in this part right now. It's just
like you just grabbing the gloves. Just
I was like,
yo, when you did that shit.
I thought this nigga with a murders.
He saw I put the OJ with it.
But that's why I was wondering, like, when it comes to scenes like that, were you looking for the humor reaction?
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah,
you know.
So the thing that I didn't realize people was gonna laugh at, one particular scene that sticks out in my mind wasn't the doc scene, because I knew some of that part was gonna be funny. Side note, like, when I write the scripts, like, I'm naturally kind of like looking for like fun and funny too. Yeah. Like, I want it to be serious enough so you could kind of like understand that as a real drama, but I like when people laugh. So I incorporate that into the script. I didn't realize people was gonna find it that funny when I say, yo, he's not from Bridgeport, he's from Fairfield, and people was crying at that, and I was like, yo, like, that's just like a hometown thing that people would like. But the particular scene that I didn't realize people thought was gonna be funny was when I got into the car and I was FaceTiming with my secretary, and then I showed that it was him, and then I was showing that I was pissed off and I was mad. People was sitting there belly laughing. I'm like, I'm pissed right now. Like, I'm trying to kill this dude.
Because he was just like,
and he's in the back all oblivious. Like, we go to the studio. I'm like, this is the last song you about to record in your life.
I think it's his obliviousness that adds to the humor.
Yeah, I probably watched it 4 times after that, and I was like, yeah, I see why.
I was gonna ask because I wasn't sure because we were in the front. Were you playing the Dead in the Day movie before?
I was with no audio. Yep,
with no audio.
Just to have
I played it just so like it could be something that you could see. We was testing the levels and the lighting and the brightness. So I was just like letting it play, and then I was giving people an earworm with Big Business. I kept playing Big Business back to back.
That's your hit?
Yeah, that's my song. Yeah,
that shit hard,
so I kept playing it, and I was like, yeah, I'm about to market to these niggas. They don't know. Big business. You're gonna hear it 50 times.
Yeah.
So
that's hard, bro. We didn't even talk like about that last time that you were here. You're like an actual artist too, like.
So the way that I view it is like my biggest goal when I got to the point where I wanted to be like, yo, what do you want to be when you grow up? My biggest goal was to be able to create in just about any avenue
of entertainment.
Just not even necessarily entertainment. Like, I got hoodies, I got like clothes, I got a sweater that just dropped with Bridgeport in the front and stuff. Like, I just want to be able to create in any avenue, but I want it to be high quality. I wanted to talk to
you about that sweater, nigga.
Yeah, I want it to be high quality, though.
But you need to, don't forget you in Bridgeport, nigga. You ain't in Fairfield. True. I saw the price, I was like, let me support, bro. I'm like, damn, I gotta wait till I found my taxes.
203.860. Like, damn. A lot of it isn't necessarily meant to be sold. A lot of it is just something that
I'm gonna get it. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, I'm gonna get it. I will cater it specifically to Ape. No cap. I might put your name on it.
Look, discount code use Ape APE.
Right.
Nah, JSC. You feel me? We'll sponsor you. You feel me? We can work something out.
Hey, let's do it.
Put that shit on Klarna.
We definitely have the option. VoiceOfFire.com.
Smart. Shop pay is a thing here. You feel me?
But yeah, I just wanted to be able to create in every avenue, like at a high level. I didn't want to like just be limited to any aspect of things. So I made music, and if I'm gonna make music, I want to know how to make my own beat. I want to know how to record myself and everything.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then movies was like the holy grail kind of thing. Mainly because it's like the last kind of sacred piece of entertainment, just in the sense that it's not easily able to be replicated.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people can just throw out a song and be like, oh yeah, I'm an artist today. And then a lot of people who are real artists get upset because they're like, yo, we're being watered down with content that isn't really up to par. It's a lot harder with a movie because there's so many moving parts that you need to go right just to even complete a film, whether it be from the top level all the way to the bottom level.
And the production itself is
You
like,
feel me?
Physical production, like actually getting all the people together, running out the spaces, like that shit. There's definitely a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, so that's the reason why I prioritized it, because I knew that if I was gonna lead with music or lead with any other avenue, it wouldn't be as much impact. So I'm like, you know what? I know I can make a movie. Shoot, I can mess around and make 2. Let's lead with that. And then you end up being in a position where that's doing its own marketing too. Low key.
Like that's what we're doing. We're the reason why I started the podcast with friends is because when I was dropping music, a lot of people didn't necessarily hear me talk or like actually like I just drop music. Here's the music, and then that was it. And then I'll just go back in my cave and make more music. But now like the podcast was us to get together to actually have good conversations. Y'all can hear me actually talk and shit like that. Yeah. And then I wanted to build my own platform in order to actually promote my actual platform for other artists and myself to build off instead of going to other people's playing for studio, doing all this extra shit.
It's like building your own stage and then performing on it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I think that's the wave now, especially where we're headed now, is that pretty soon that 9-to-5 job shit, that's not really going to be like sustainable in life. You're going to really have to start having your own business. You'll start being a little bit more self-sufficient in life.
Sure. I agree.
To transition into the music, because we are talking about music now, we might as well get into the latest music that we it's been a while, guys. So for us is for y'all it's been like 2 weeks since we dropped, but this past week we are going to start, you know, Mr. Loso likes to start with the worst albums to the best albums. And
hold on, give me a minute, let me check. I just want to make sure. It's been a while.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's been a while.
So I want a snack, man. I almost ordered some Archie Morris. You guys use the bathroom?
Type shit.
Right now?
Who gives a fuck,
Rahh?
Yeah.
Damn, so fuck the music section, huh? You niggas
just say you don't want to
talk about it.
I can hold it.
I just want to see how you gonna get through that shit. Is he gonna crawl under?
That's like saying that song.
Fuck it.
All right. See, that's why I am gonna make sure the second bathroom is that wall is gonna come down. And then I'm gonna have my own personal bathroom, bro. I love you, bro. But I just want to give a shout out to Rahh and Rad. They were a part of the journey too. I couldn't have done it like have my own solo podcast. But to get back to the music now,
personal, bananas, nigga.
I'm actually inspired because I might, like you said, you see how people we're side noting a lot, but I don't want to forget. You see how like people are just dropping like one weekly episode. I want to drop different. Like this same episode, but like a different type of content on top of that, but weekly as well.
Yeah, bully the audience. You gotta bully them. Like, nigga, you're gonna watch me somehow in some way.
So my boy is I thought you was talking about an actual like podcaster named Bully the Audience. I was like, where? Who's that?
Flip that. That's my idea.
Yeah, that's a good like name for a pod.
BTA.
Yeah, that ass. So like one of the podcasts that I watch, his name is Sai. Shout out to Sai. He's like a heavy like One Piece. All he does is One Piece content. Anytime it drops, he's on it. Word. And like it's just him, but he is like the guy for it though. And when niggas go, he just does it by himself with a shirt mic in front of the camera. It's like the cheapest setup ever, but he's making thousands of dollars, views and everything. Like he's really that nigga. So I think adding this and on top of like us like moving into season 5, we should just have more content on top of this. Like we finally got a good foundation with episode like 100 episodes with this. Now we can start doing other shit. Like we know, we know how this shit roll now. So that shit dope.
Rahh's about to start doing like magic tricks and shit.
Yeah, but seriously, you want to hear that?
Fuck it.
I don't know what that means. Is that a yes or no?
Nigga, answer.
Yeah.
I say do it.
The thing is, you just gotta get by.
Because we definitely got at least another. Like we didn't like.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, unless you sit there and then it goes away.
Been knocking at the door the whole time.
So just
no. All right.
Slide the no. Wait, hold on.
Because if he slides, he's gonna hit the.
Just slide this to the left.
Yeah, Rahh moved the whole angle.
There you go. Nah, you good, bro.
Hold on.
Niggas got his bathroom. Niggas got his bathroom. I can show the cameras.
By the way you get up off that couch, I know you really twisted your knee something crazy, bro. Like you were describing it to me, but now I'm like envisioning it. Like you really like.
Yeah, he heard it.
So what do you do?
Like I'm crippled right now, bro.
Like what's your job?
Me?
Like you're an instructor?
Hold on.
Yes.
Say that again.
I said you're an instructor?
Yeah, I am an instructor. So I teach parkour and tumbling, and I've been doing that for a while, even Ninja Warrior. But
You did Ninja Warrior?
I teaching as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I didn't do it like while teaching. It was off shift. I was going for some flips, and literally, yeah, like I said, I landed. My body kept twisting, and my knee is not happy with me right now.
Yeah, that nigga been like that for days now. But
Happened like last
Knee
Thursday.
pain, no joke, man.
Yeah.
Knee and back is like the two worst you can
Knee
get.
pain and being black is fucking diabolical, nigga. It's the worst.
yeah, like bro, I could be standing for like just 2 minutes and then move, and then my knees would be cracking. I'm like, damn, this is 28 now, huh? Like I'm moving different now, like my body. But yo, congrats on the baby. I didn't know you had a baby, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Yeah, big facts.
Is it a boy or girl? Oh,
It's a boy, and I have another one on the way, which is a boy too.
what?
Yeah, 2 boys.
You're lucky. You don't got
I got a science to it, man.
what you mean to get the boy?
To get a boy, yeah.
What's your,
Is
what's
it
your
an
logic?
And I'm 2 for 2, so
What's your logic
I would say
on-
write it down.
Yeah, is it an angle?
It's not an angle, it's timing.
How do you get a boy?
If you want to get a boy, right?
Quickie or
what
slow?
you do is you wait to the peak window in the ovulation cycle, right? Number 1 peak day. And then the day before, the day of, and the day after, get to it.
Spanks, right?
Because from my perspective, what I feel is the boy DNA is faster, but the girl DNA survives longer. So if you do it like 2 or 3 days before, 2 or 3 days after, not 2 or 3 days after, but 2 or 3 days before, 4 or 5 days after, before, then the girls will survive longer and get to it. But if you do it the day of, the boys are gonna beat it to the egg faster.
All right.
That's my logic. That's my science. I'm 2 for 2 off of it. So I
believe it.
I think I'm right.
All right, so ladies and
See,
gentlemen,
it's
Nature at the highest
Word
move
to
of
us,
the
stamp that.
ovulation, fellas.
Yes.
How to
Look at
have
the
a boy.
cycle. Number 1, look at the app. When that app is like the bluest, bang.
how to have a boy, ladies and gentlemen.
How to have a boy by the
Life
Emperors.
hacks.
Life hacks. I definitely don't want a girl, so
Procreate life hacks.
yeah, I want a boy because if I have a daughter and then she bring a boyfriend home, I'm struggling now with my sister and shit. It's
How old is your sister?
She's 18.
Oh,
We're 10 years
that's that
apart.
age,
I don't give a fuck.
that dating age.
Nah, she's not 18 here.
18, 21.
Yeah.
And that's what
30.
bothers me. And what bothers me even more is the person is white.
That
Mm.
might be good for her though.
It's not.
Dr. Umar.
Because
Is
what
she
are the
mixed?
problems that really come with that?
Huh?
What are the problems that really come with having a white guy?
Her mom and father are 100% Haitian. And theirs before that. So she's going to be the first impure.
She's not impure. Her.
Oh, the
If
generation's
you
gonna
were- I mean,
get changed.
You're assuming she's gonna crossbreed though. You gotta be ever hopeful. That's just the first person in a long line of finding the person of their dreams, bro.
I got to be hopeful that this shit stops
Today.
Yeah,
But if she's happy
no.
and cared for while
You
you're
don't
not
know my
around
sister, nigga.
constantly.
I know my sister. She's not supposed to be there having no boyfriend right now.
Focus on your schoolwork.
No funny shit. Like you got way more other shit to be worried about than having these little white boys running around. He's
She went to
white.
private school?
Huh?
She went to private school?
No, she's in a different school.
Mm.
So it's like, nah.
So the main problem is that it's just a boy at this age. It's the
Right.
age that's the problem right now. It's not really race.
It's both. Don't date a white person and then don't have a boyfriend when you're not ready to have a boyfriend.
All right, so taking all of the races out of the picture, like, would you rather her be with like a white or a black?
I'd rather you would be with somebody who's not white.
So any other race except.
Not any other race. Try to keep it Caribbean, keep it in the islands, keep it
Where are you from?
Haitian. I'm Haitian and Rican, so I'm from New York, but my mom's Haitian, my dad's Puerto Rican. But she's Haitian. Find another Haitian person, or find a Jamaican. Find somebody from the islands. African American. Don't go on the other side. We were just having a conversation pretty pod about how they just been playing us, and there's always going to be a clear divide, no matter how nice, no matter what rules. No
Dr. Umar report to the pod.
What if your sister was on Love Is Blind, went mad long talking to this dude, fell in love, and then he was white?
Yo, at the end of the day, do what you want. I'm just telling you my preference.
Your ideal case scenario.
Yeah.
Your ideal wedding show up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I probably won't show up to the wedding.
That's crazy,
bro. You showing up to the wedding?
Yeah,
it's just you gotta show up.
It's only right.
It's like a mandate
type shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Last time I went to go visit my mom, I took my sister to the mall, and her boyfriend was there at the crib waiting. Thank God I was
that long.
Thank God I was already about to leave. I just left even faster. I was just like,
Out of here.
I didn't even look at that nigga in the eye. I wanted to punch him in the face.
He might win you over, maybe.
Nobody's gonna win me over. I think that's why I don't want a daughter, bro.
Got you.
Because my sisters, I'm way too overprotective over them, and it's just once they get. I'm literally about to get a gun, legally. Yo, this was self-defense.
That would be the worst. That would be the worst thing you could do.
Yo, listen, this is my sister, bro. I'm gonna protect him. But my little brother, I wish I would have got him earlier. He went off to be independent and shit. And you feel me? He needs a little big brother's wisdom. So if you're watching this pod, you feel me? They probably are. Both of these, my brother and sister, are probably watching it. So no, break up with that little white boy, sis. Not because he white. You're not ready for white boys. Wait till you 28, and then you figure out how to use them for their money and divorce them. All right. We'll talk about that when you get older. And little bro, dear little bro, you my guy, but you need some guidance. Hit me. All right.
Nah, you gotta hit him.
Nah, because I already did, and I'm not going to constantly help people who don't want to seek help. You want help? Come out to your brother. The door's open. All right.
That's fair.
Moving forward, because he is an artist. Can I start talking about how shitty Drake and the Party Next Door album is now? Since I got brutally cut off.
What your take?
We learn about how to fuck and have a boy. We learn about me not wanting my sister to have fucking boyfriends and
White relations.
opposite. Yeah, that's just crazy to me. Just don't do it. I get it. We're in a cross country shit.
Music.
It's just nasty.
Said just
nasty.
don't do it.
Yeah, it's
Nike's
nasty.
new promo, just don't do it.
I like. Don't get me wrong. I respect it. Date them, have relationships. But I'm just saying, when it comes to marriage and having children,
you're not with the interracial
for sustainable nah
marriages type thing.
Nah, it never really works out. Somebody has to compromise. You feel me? Either the white person's going to be more black, or the black person's going to be more.
Oh,
white.
I see. You're saying from a cultural standpoint,
yeah,
you're gonna have to. You can't really meet in the middle, kind of thing. You're saying
if you have a white wife, 9 times out of 10, the black man is going to talk well, yes, honey. So still, typically, they just have a certain type of culture. They probably forgot how to season their meat. It's different. When a black guy has a white girl, she's probably a little bit more thuggish. Babe, where the mac and cheese? You feel me? It's a little bit different. So I don't know. I mean, white. I said it backwards. When the girls.
Nah, I think you said it the right way.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was a different mix. But I agree, but I don't agree, because I feel like that's hard to say. I feel like when two people love each other and they get together, they just get together. There's no making one person more black, making one person more white. It's making us ourselves.
That's a good point too.
Each other.
Nah,
good point.
Bro,
Good point.
There's no way that one person is black and another person is white, and they're not compromising culturally on any type of differences.
I would say the one for sure with that case scenario is when the girl is black and the guy is white. It's hard to get him to be more hood.
If anything, but the white guy is more chill about it. But if the guy is black and the girl is white, she's more likely to. I feel
That
like
could go either way.
condition him.
You never watched Undercover Brother, bro? Nah, that's the white guy. The black guy that's we pronounce our E's in our R's.
I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot of case scenarios like that. You feel me? It's I feel like the white girl got to grow up in some type of nature where she feels it's acceptable to
be
more inclined to that black culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, all right, I got a black dude. All right, now I'm hood.
So I mean, I'll let you. I was gonna do a tangent, but
It's
I'll
Black
let you go
History
to.
Month. This is a good conversation. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I was gonna say, basically, the issue that I have kind of with like the cultural differences is I don't mind you appreciating my culture, me appreciating your culture. It's just that if you're like, how can I put this? If you're appreciating it as like a not like a joke, but just like an experience.
To seek validation.
Not even to seek validation, but just more like an experience. Like,
I dated a black person.
yeah, like, oh yeah, like we're gonna put on dashikis today because this is our African trip. You're not really embracing the culture. You're like, oh, this is my experience right now.
You're doing it for the conversation, basically.
Yeah, the conversation, or you could go back to your friends and be like, I bet you don't know what you heard me means.
Yeah.
Like, so now it's like you kind of
I went on the Urban Dictionary.
right, like you tokenizing it and you're fetishizing it. That's the word I'm looking for. If you fetishize the culture, it's not real genuine.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I kind of am a little, conscious of when it comes to the interracial relationships. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's not me. I don't have an interracial relationship in that regard, so I can't really say it. If you're comfortable, you're comfortable. But I do understand what you mean when you start to dilute certain cultures because, you know, you're going to a totally different one and you think it's a better culture, or you're speaking more properly, meaning that you're more elevated as a human being. Even though the concept is the same, just the way in which you deliver it is better just because you decided to say it less colloquially. I don't agree. And that's just me.
I agree. So I just feel like it's a little bit difficult for people to say that nowadays, or for me saying it sounds harsh. It's because a lot of things are acceptable like in today's time. And I've just been watching as time goes, you guys accept things more and more, and I'm just sitting there like, no, not everything is okay. Not everything should be a yes. Not everything should be this way.
And you're entitled to your opinion
people
too.
now are doing it. You feel me? So I just don't follow what just because everybody else is doing it. There's been a lot of black and white relationships, and say for example, that also comes like with its own, you know, trauma or whatever that you got to go through outside of like your family in those culture
Identity crisis.
Yeah, or just like people like, for example, there's a friend of like my parents that they had where they got stopped by cops, just like they were in like a very like suburb area, and the cops didn't like treating them disrespectfully just because like they were black and white, and it was just like, bro, nobody want to really. I don't know. It's just like they're just not gonna understand the trauma part, and they're not really gonna understand the culture part. Or you got it. Somebody has to. You have to love them enough to be willing to teach them. And I don't really think that's. You're still gonna dilute that part of it too, because you're not really around that. You know how many white people can say that I have 10 black friends? Not a lot. There's not a lot of white people that can say they have at least 3. So like
if you got 10 black
nasty.
friends and you white, write it in the comments.
that they hang out with.
Save me.
If you don't write it in the
them
comments, you're fucking racist.
It's not that they're racist. It's just that
Exposure.
Yeah, like for example,
There's 10 to 1.
Listen, I'm trying to get engagement, nigga. No. You don't comment. You were racist.
You're coming right now. In Black History Month too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Tag them
nah.
all.
We
need
Going
that.
up.
knocking on that door.
remember that
Tag you
tall
3
nigga?
of your white friends.
You remember that tall nigga that used to come here? He was mad tall, anime night, whatever.
Nah.
Anyway, he works in Fairfield, and like he's black, he's tall, like, and he's from like the African culture. But every single friend that he has is white.
Yeah, because it's exposure though. I was
Yeah,
just
but
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Like he likes the white girls and stuff like that, but like he's not in touch with the black culture, his culture. How he was talking was how they were talking. Like it was just like a complete like
Assimilation.
yeah.
Of your environment.
But yeah,
literally.
that's what I was saying in terms of like the exposure. Like when black athletes are around, you know, the majority of America, which is 80%, of the successful people are Caucasian. More than likely, you're gonna like. I went to Fairfield Prep, right, at 14, so do puberty years. I seen mad different white
language type shit.
Yeah, you start understanding the language. You understand why this girl looks good as opposed to this one. Before Fairfield Prep, I didn't even really sit down and look at a white person for any extended period of time. Like I was not exposed to it.
Yeah.
Let alone white women.
That's
let alone
high school or college.
This is high school.
See, for me it was college.
Yeah, so I'm growing up around this. People are having different last names, and based upon their last name, they know this person's Irish, this person's Italian, this person's Jewish. From my perspective, I didn't even differentiate that. I thought all y'all niggas just viewed each other as white.
Yeah.
When they have their own subsets. So growing up and understanding that, and then you start understanding the intricacies and just understanding their culture and stuff like that too. I see how easy it is to just be like, you know what, this is an easier route. When I get successful, I'm gonna just act like these guys.
Yeah.
But the reason why I didn't do that is because that's just not my personality. I'm not really an assimilator. So that I would more like be like, hey, listen, you could come over this side.
They're
or
conforming as well.
Yeah. I'm not a
Still had
conformist.
your niggas from middle school. You feel me?
That part too.
Keep you humble.
You had black friends. You had people like you went to Fairfield Prep. Yeah, you understood the environment. That's something that all of us should do. We should be around the environment, but that shouldn't be the only environment.
It shouldn't be the only environment. And to this day, I have very strong relationships with people of all different cultures: white, black, Asian, Spanish.
Yeah,
Hispanic.
but it's just always the black culture. Like when people say this, or like Caribbean culture, there should still be some type of a loyalty to us first and a priority to us first.
Just like they do, just like everybody does.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's only in America. It's like, oh, we look a certain way because black should be with black, white should be with white. Like, no, it's not that we should be with it. It's okay. But I'm just saying there should be more of a priority of a loyalty to your own people.
I agree. Especially with the money.
Yeah. But especially speaking of money, let's really get into music. Nobody has to use a bathroom. No more tangents. Black history, white people, babies, siblings. We're covering it all today.
Yeah, we did everything. The Premeire.
Doing it all.
The Premeire was on the list.
The Premeire was definitely on the list, and the episode 100 shit. But yo, Drake and P&D, they dropped some sexy songs for you. Did you guys get a listen? How did you guys feel? Who wants to go first?
I'll take it on the chin as a Drake advocate. You feel me?
All right, I like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of Drake's albums at first listen, it's like, it could be better, but then, you feel me, it takes some time to marinate, you feel me, for you to get a good listen.
That's true.
A little marinator.
So like off the first couple listens, I'm gonna give it a solid like 7.5. It's definitely not up there with his tops. I feel like he touched on a few things, like as far as like, him and Kendrick type shit, but it wasn't like too indulged, like Party said. It's like, it was for the bitches type shit. You feel me? Excuse my language. But overall, I give it a solid 7.5. I don't feel like it's going to be up there, but I feel like he got some other shit in the works. This was just some shit that I got to get out there. You feel me? Let's make it for the bitches. Let's kind of direct the narrative a little bit. You feel me? Enough to get people's attention on something else and just show his relevancy still.
Nah, I feel you. What about you guys?
So, I mean, I didn't listen to the album. I heard what's the name of that song?
Give me a hug.
He said, I heard
Give me a hug. That's what the name of it is. Give me a hug. I like when Drake raps more primarily. I'm not really like the biggest R&B type of guy. That's the reason why I didn't really listen to it as much. But like he said, like throughout Drake's whole career, when he drops an album, the first couple listens might like you're like, but then it starts to grow on you. More recently though, like I don't know. I just haven't been really into the whole like sing-songy stuff. I just don't think it really carries that 90s R&B feel as much anymore. And then the content of it is like a little too graphic, and it's not really like I think when they was like talking around concepts when it came to R&B, it was better to listen to as opposed to just audio porn. So
audio porn.
That's what it be sounding like sometimes. So my whole take on it is like it's not, he didn't make it for me. I didn't listen to it, so nobody should be upset. He didn't make it for me, he made it for other people. And I'm not the intended demographic. So that's just what it is.
What about you?
I mean, I feel like Rahh really did nail it with like, at first, you really can't expect too much out of the album. Like, I did listen to it, and I was just like, my initial reaction. Like the first 3 songs are so slow with P&D and him, and I'm just like, what is going on? But then as the album goes along, I think towards like, I gotta look for the track because I know I favorited the exact songs that I love. I think once I got to like the 10th song, that's when I could really like be in my like enjoying moment of it all. Like for me, Give Me a Hug is where everything started, and I was like, all right, now I hear it. It's less music for women. Like he literally made music for the shorties, like to dance to, make a new caption, enjoy it in the club. You could play it with your girl. Then from there, Nokia was a great vibe because that gave me just like cookout vibes. Everyone could do something. Yeah. Then I like personally, Die Trying was like my favorite song on the album. That was a really good song. I just like the melody. I felt like SZA could have played amazing on that song.
Instead of Yebba,
yes. And
I feel like he keeps her in the mix though.
Yeah, for real. Even though a remix with her, Yebba, and Drake would kill, but she would Team Kendrick right now, so it ain't going.
Yeah,
she can't. But
did y'all talk about the Super Bowl joint?
No, we've been missing action on those.
Super Bowl and halftime party.
We took a break for the last 2 weeks because technically that was episode 100. And that's technically the end of. It was supposed to be the end of season 4, so I still gave us the break. But so like we're just gonna, after this one, season 5 starts after this episode. But
yeah, like I said, it went up to Die Trying and then Glorious was like, so for me there was only like 4 good songs. Like I'm not too mad at what Drake produced. I just feel like it wasn't entirely for me, but I found the gems that I needed in some sexy songs for you. Like I found some sexy songs for me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, just to kind of like piggyback real quick, I need like, cause you said like you don't really like the singy songy Drake. Yeah. You feel me? I appreciated him on like Take Care, but like I feel like for him to solidify his name back again, we need like a Take Care too.
Right.
You feel me? It would be dope for him to kind of remix some of the sounds he used in Take Care. You feel me? That's a little Drake idea, you know what I mean?
That'd be fire.
I don't know. I feel like that's the only like recovery lane as far as like the melodic side, like the singy songy that I want out of Drake. Yeah. Aside from that, I just want the Drake, like the rapping Drake.
Yeah. Not all the beat selections were there for me. That's why, like I said, I found a couple.
Yeah, like I like when he switch up the beat. You feel me? Throw a couple of mixes in the song type shit. Those be his best hits, but
Baby girl,
it's gonna get played out. You feel me?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I guess I'll start with the positive first. So one thing I thought was
that
cool,
part out the way.
Yeah, like one thing I thought was like really, really cool was the fact that he's still going like against UMG. So this is still like under UMG, like the album. Mm-hmm. So in order to still drop him, like I guess he's having problems dropping like his own music. So he's getting his shit off through these like collaborations. Mm-hmm. So like he was able to use this to kind of like get his words out and still get his, like, even though they're trying to shut him out like in the industry, he's still using they can't stop him basically. So it was still cool to see that. Regardless, he's still dropping on UMG. He still has all, like, they're not stopping his like momentum as far as like people listening to him and streaming and the business side of it.
Right.
He's still doing like really, really good, which is like super cool to see.
Yeah, I'm always picky, like, not to interrupt you, but the man against the machine type thing, I'm always with that because it's like, it's so bad what they're doing to the artist. So I'm like, listen, like that one aspect of what Drake got going on, I wholeheartedly understand where he's coming from with it.
He's just a little hypocritical with it because he was the main one who for the last 15 years benefited from it.
I mean, I understand
took advantage of it. Took out artists, like told artists to take songs off, like shit like that, or don't perform. Like he was really that nigga for, like, he was just the boss for a long time. So it's just you get a smack on the wrist, and then all of a sudden you want to go home running to mommy, like mommy, get a lawyer. Like,
I mean, he said it best. He's like, his bark don't have much bite anymore. Like,
but just to circle back to the album, is just what was a little weird. Just to get into, like, I heard there was rumors between like the cover art, like the cover art for the Some Sexy Songs For You was kind of like, it was Freddie Gibbs' idea. Like he had like a similar cover art, and then apparently he was trying to receive credit from it. He was like, it was good, like niggas just stealing my ideas. So like the part like with the towers and shit. And a lot of people were saying like, even though like that's like a part of like Canada or whatever.
Yeah, it was Canadians.
Yeah, they Canadians were speaking up. They were like, "Yo, this is like the white part of Canada. Like, this is not where really like the niggas are really hanging at. Like, you feel me? Like, so it wasn't like a representation of all of Canada. So a lot of them were like, "What is he doing? Like, this is like not everybody would know what these are. Like, there were Canadians that was like, what the fuck is this? So like,
got you.
They were finding out when we were finding out. Like, so it was just like, all right, and then." I'm gonna go back to some good now. One thing I really did like about this album was the fact that Drake is playing off of everything that kind of like Kendrick was making fun of him off of. You feel me? Like he's basically
tactical.
Yeah,
That's what he always
Drake,
does.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. Niggas like, you like me with the melodies? Guess what? So do the bitches too.
Here go 20 melodies.
Give me a hug.
He's like, you're a bitch too. You feel me?
He said, give me a hug. I'm back in the strip club with my songs for y'all because these niggas don't appreciate shit.
Yeah,
It's funny though because he changed the "give me a hug" nigga to being kind of cool a little bit.
Yeah.
Because remember how people was like, "Yo, you would give me a hug," nigga? Like, "Oh, where my hug at? Where my hug at?"
Yeah.
I would never.
Yeah,
He definitely plays on those
Yo,
narratives.
where my hug at?
that wasn't my shit back in the day. To flirt. That's not how I rizzed up the women.
That's how we used to play him. Be like, "Only you give me a hug," type nigga.
yeah.
Give me a hug, ass nigga.
But now it's kind of cool, I guess, since Drake did it.
I was using that in like 7th, 8th grade to grab booty though, like to accidentally touch some ass. Like,
Tactical
my
timing.
bad. We was on. Yeah, that was the wave though. They wanted us to touch their ass. It wasn't. You feel me? Harassment.
It wasn't a one-way street.
Nah, but
Touched
the
a lot of
album
ass in high school. I
to
agree.
me, like it was some sexy songs for you. It was an R&B album, but it really didn't give that. It gave me like a heavy.
Club vibe.
Nah, like a lot of the songs, like at least the first 11, it gave me a lot of like off-brand Brent Fires.
Word.
Yeah, like I really didn't like the pacing of the music. He said it was for women, right? For some sex songs, right? Not all women are lesbians. You feel me? Some of them are hetero too. So that means some of the guy has to fuck to this music. And guess what? A lot of this music is not good getting head to. They're not gonna be able to follow the rhythm to it. And my main strife of it all is that Drake, I love your voice, it's beautiful, but if it's a Drake and Party Next Door album, allow Party Next Door in the studio, my nigga. Like
It was like that?
bro.
That
He was
nigga
in
in
the
the
studio
booth.
for 2 hours. Drake was in the studio for 2 hours, and Party he was only allowed in like
In between.
5 minutes, like just to ad lib. Like Party Next Door was the ad lib for this. He was barely on the album. It wasn't a collab album. If it's gonna collab, like me and you, we collab, right? That's like saying, like, let me invite Justin Royce to the pod. And
I
only
get it
allow
right
him
now.
to talk for the last 10 minutes of the pod. Like, bro, only say 10 words every 10 minutes, bro. That's
we'll
it.
plug you in.
Yeah.
Every hour, matter of fact.
He
Like,
said, we'll plug you in.
so I didn't like that. It was just that Drake used it to get his shit off, and it was just like, bro, we get it. You feeling yourself a lot. Bitches like to hear your voice to fucking, but like you can tell that was in his head. Like they need me. Like he was like Kobe, like who doesn't pass the ball.
Yeah, I
In the
feel you.
game, like bro, pass the ball, nigga. Like I like
Party with
Kobe,
Shaq.
but I would rather play with LeBron than Kobe because I know for a fact at least
You gonna get some
LeBron will
touches.
pass me the ball at least once or
gonna get
twice.
some assists.
Kobe will never pass me the ball ever.
I mean, as of right now for 2025, it already is like one of the highest streamed albums. Not too
It's
many
always
that
going
came
to
out.
do numbers. That's why I
Exactly.
congratulated him for the numbers. But
And
the thing
it
is,
even competed with Not Like Us Now and everything that's
it's
dropped.
number one, bro. So
Exactly.
like, it's always going to do numbers. But as far as like an album, Drake Party Next Door, this album, it's not a good album. It's
just
a
him
good.
being Drake.
It has good music for the playlist. But if I had to compare it to Kendrick GNX, the GNX was a better album. Drake is making good. He has a skill, the formulaic skill to make great hits music, but in doing so, I believe he lost the skill in order to make a good album, a great album that you listen from top to bottom. Now he has to cater to like 50,000 types of fans and demographics. So like, I'm not going to listen from top to bottom because I don't like every single type of demographics, music, and style.
What was your last album you think Drake
It was
did?
Scorpion. He catered to. It was perfect. Like to me, that album was his last perfect album. This album wasn't even better than For All the Dogs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I liked like what was it? Nothing Was the Same. Was that the album?
Nigga, from 2013.
Nigga, that was my favorite.
But I feel like
That's the
Certified-
best album. That's top 3. But
I feel like Certified Lover Boy marinated enough for that shit to be up there though.
Certified was good, but his
That's
last
still all the
greatest
pregnant.
album.
The pregnant one.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
that joint was hard.
Yeah,
That
that
joint
shit
was
was
hard.
hard.
got some heat,
That was
like
hard.
top to bottom.
Yeah. But he was rapping too. Like
it wasn't an
he was
album,
rapping and he was. Oh, it was an album.
It was an album.
He dropped it as I'm saying, like it was like the best playlist ever
I
created.
got you.
Well, an album is like
I see
there's
what
a
you're saying.
concept.
Yeah.
it goes behind the
technical-
theme.
technical
There's a
thing.
it's
Yeah.
like that art. He's like the forefront leader as to why making albums is kind of like dead nowadays. You feel
I think
me?
Future's number one with that. I think Future number one
Thank you.
changed the industry from a technical album and just a compilation of music with a title.
to fire music and,
Yeah.
and bunch it together. And
Because
then-
Future makes hits
After
so
hits,
yeah,
after
it's
hits.
so many hits that this is the name of this group of hits.
yeah,
Yeah.
See,
As
but-
opposed to Pimp a Butterfly, like this is the concept in which I'm exploring for 12
Yeah.
songs.
Then like when like the baby does it, it's a problem. When
No,
he
but
makes
not
an album that has
everything
one theme, one thought.
It's
like,
not a theme though, because
There's
not
not
every
enough
song
hits.
has the same. It's not supposed to have the same theme and the same sound. Like one thing could be like super fast paced, and another thing could be like super a party song, and then the other thing could be like an actual slow pace.
Looking like a Big X
all
The
of
Plug album.
All of it correlates to one story, and it adds up.
It's
to
like a
one
movie
message.
audio. It's like an
Exactly.
audio movie. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Ups
it's
and
just-
downs, twists and turns.
That's what an album is, and like you can close your eyes and you can actually picture what the idea of what that artist is trying to do. Now you don't even have to close your eyes. You don't even have to listen to the whole album. You know exactly what the nigga's trying to do.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like Drake's albums hasn't been good. He's always going to be good at making good music for people to listen to. And like you said, he makes certain types of music, not your demographic, but he had 1 or 2 songs in there that cater to you, right? But we'll never get a whole album where we'll be satisfied by how that entire album sounds again, because he broadened himself and divided himself too much to cater to too many people that it's never going to work anymore. Well, I don't think no one will ever be fully satisfied over a top to bottom Drake album ever again.
I would never say never, though.
They always say I like 4 to 5 songs. When's the last time you heard somebody say I like a Drake album from top to bottom, no skips?
I would say not.
Well,
I
Drake
wouldn't
does
say
have
never,
super
though.
fans too. So you know,
Yeah.
they just like, this is the thing that I will say about Drake that I don't think other people realize. Drake has been top, 1% of artists for such a long time until
Type shit.
your brain associates good music with his voice. So just hearing Drake's sound is automatically gonna put this is a good song in your head. It's like programming. Like, all right, this has to be a good song because Drake's about it. I'm a
like
part of
that.
it. But the thing about it is, I think more recently, like a lot of people are becoming a
There's a
detached
separation.
to that
Since the beef.
concept since the beef and since
A little bit before though, like because that For All the Dogs, he played himself with that.
Since I think it's a little bit. I think the beef kind of solidified it
Yeah.
a little bit more. But I think the real reason is with him, with Kanye West, and with like I said, those top 1% of artists that drop music often. What they do is they know that they can't miss, and then they just start shooting from the opposite free throw line. And like, whatever, no form, no nothing, just it's going in the basket.
Yeah.
And then a person who's really just enjoys basketball, they look at it like, I don't really like this game as much anymore.
Yeah.
The kids are gonna be like, oh my God, Steph Curry shooting a 3 again.
Bro,
but when I want to see some technical basketball moves. To bring it back to this, it's just like I think with Drake and Kanye West, it's like Kanye West knows if he says poopity scoop 3 times on a song, it's still gonna go platinum.
That's
and he's
crazy to me.
showing you I can say anything and it's going to be solidified as great. And I think he's just taking advantage of that.
Yeah,
So,
Drake is
I think
definitely
does the
doing
same
that, and I that's what I don't really appreciate about music nowadays is that people know that regardless they're gonna make money, the numbers is gonna be there. But as an older consumer of music, I can just tell that their heart is not in it, the passion is not in it. I can just tell that this is just something that's formulaic, systematic that you just used to. It's a 9 to 5 to you now. It's
And that's why you gotta appreciate Doechii, Kendrick Lamar, like people
out
who,
to Doechii,
like
man.
people who are actually like, yo, like I'm about to obsess over this type stuff. And
it's
you
sad,
can tell.
man. It's really, really sad. But
What number you gave the Drake joint?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
6.
Probably a 5, to be honest, because I really only like 3 songs, and they were all back to back. And no, 4, because I also like Something About You. So Something About You, it was called Brian Cartel or some shit.
Brian Steele.
Brian Steele, Give Me a Hug, and Rain in Houston. Those are the only ones I really liked. Everything else, I was just like, bro, why am I even listening to this shit? Like, it wasn't for me. So if it was for the women, I guess. But the next albums we're gonna talk about, this is actual songs that I would fuck to. There's not really songs on Drake's album that I'm fucking to.
No, I think with the list I found of songs I like, the list you found the songs you like. And if you found other songs interesting on that album, I think like all around it's a good fucking album.
Yeah.
I see
For
what you mean.
multiple people that have, I like this list.
You get what you get. You get what you get. You get what you get.
Yeah, I found what I was looking
4
for.
songs out of 21 albums. You get 5 songs correct out of, 5 answers correct out
No,
of the
he's
test out of
saying
21.
you get 5, he gets 5.
We all like the same 5.
Oh.
No, like you named different titles.
What's your 5?
Glorious, Need a Give Me a Hug, Die Trying, and it's up at the top. Nokia.
Yeah, Nokia was ass. Everything you named to me was.
What about
like,
the Spanish one? Y'all was rocking with that?
No, hell no.
Nah, I try to give that a listen. I'm just like, nah, that's.
I heard it was this. I heard the Spanish one a little bit.
Yo, I heard that this album actually boosted Pim a lot. One of the singers on the album,
Pim?
Pim, yeah. She started off with like 16.k followers. After the album, she had up to 2.3 million and counting.
Yeah, you're gonna get that Drake boost now.
Yeah,
That joint is
up.
merched.
Yeah.
No matter what, that ain't going nowhere.
Shout
I
out
would
Pimmy
appreciate
for real.
him though. Like, to me, what would you guys rank Drake's collabs albums? Like this one, you got Drake and P&D, you got Drake and 21, you got Drake and Future. Where are you guys ranking this album?
But like
That's
this, I heard the other
right.
two. I didn't hear this one, so there go my ranking immediately.
So what is last?
I couldn't. Yeah,
Drake and Future, Drake and P&D, Drake and
DQ.
21.
Yeah, because that's the only ones he's collabed with album wise with.
Yeah, I would say aside from like Party, like the other collabs on it, he could have went without. Like, so I'm gonna rank this last as far as like his collab out.
Yeah, I would probably rank Drake and Future first. That was probably like What a Time to Be Alive. That's probably one of my favorite collab albums.
Yeah,
That's a moment though.
Yeah,
That was a moment for
I
real.
would never forget those days.
that's
Like,
a fact.
yeah,
Yeah,
best moments of my life. Like
That's
like
undefeated.
years of my life. Yeah.
Then him
that
and
shit.
21.
From the gut. Yeah, I like that one. That was also a great moment too, but it wasn't as memorable. I just like the music on there. And
Which
that,
one
was the name of
30 for 30 freestyle on that shit.
The 21.
the one
It was
her her loss.
her loss.
Her loss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
alright.
with
That
this
was
girl on
alright.
the album cover, I forget her name.
Yeah. That one was really good with the girl with the face with the
You know what I'm
grills.
thinking of? I'm thinking of Honestly Nevermind. My fault.
Nah.
Nah, yeah, that
So
was.
you know what?
yeah,
Honestly, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, her loss. Her loss was hard. Her
Yeah,
loss
her
was
loss
hard.
was dope. And then the last one, I would have to put this one last.
Yeah, actually, that is the perfect order. Because I almost forgot. The way you make me anything, the one can drive for you, baby.
That's her loss,
I be
right?
trying to tell you. Yeah, I be trying to tell you.
That's
the
my.
middle of the ocean, all that shit.
Yeah, he got Drake. Like I said, Drake. He make hits.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just in the 2020s alone, I think he's dropped like three albums.
It's that bag. It's that bag. Whenever you see an artist like consistently dropping, it's definitely money and contracts related.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why Kendrick is so out the way, because he really controls his own bag.
Yeah, that's nasty work.
Nah,
stuff.
Taylor tells him when to drop. Nah,
But yeah,
let's move on.
yeah, I don't have anything else to say about the Drake and P&D shit. I gave it a 6.5. It wasn't as bad as the last couple Drake projects that I've heard. I personally just think For All the Dogs was a little bit better though. Feel me? Just a little bit better. Just like not even by a lot. Like if I gave this a 6.5 or 5, it was like a 7.5. Like just by a little. I'm probably never gonna go back to those songs again.
Nah, you will. As time goes on, it's going.
It'll play
boost
from
the
the
ratings a
playlist.
little
They'll
bit.
just
but-
turn
We'll
up.
see
They'll
what
just come off
we'll
the
see what
back
UMG do. They might take the joint off the apps.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. They've been deflating that shit.
I'm just telling you now, like the only niggas who's really listening to this now is people our age. Like when I talk to the kids and shit, they're not listening to Drake, bro. It's like really like kids like
New era.
18 and under,
Yeah.
they're not really fucking with Drake.
That defamation right there.
They also not really fucking. So,
Yeah.
man.
Elon Musk said there's a population
They
crisis. So
fucking, bro.
All right, next.
I
next
mean,
song
but like
on the-
making love type shit. Like, yeah, these niggas trying to hit
I
into
don't
some
wanna
drill shit
talk
right
about
now.
this. I don't want to talk about this subject.
These little kids is fucking.
Let's move on to the next.
What happened to
What's wrong?
So I don't want to talk about that.
Little kids
Party with
fucking.
her.
Yeah, it just sounds crazy to
It's
bring up.
nasty, bro. It's the reality. When I was,
People come to this pod to enjoy.
bro, I'm not talking about. You act like I'm saying that Jordy is fucking kids. I'm
All right,
saying
see,
like,
I think out of the craziest shit this nigga said,
He said,
back
"That's
to
out
that
there."
question.
I'm just saying, like,
call
kids,
back.
fuck you, a lot younger than you think. Like, they're not like on some waiting until 17, 18 years
Yeah,
old.
no,
Like,
of course.
they're
but
like 7th, 8th graders losing their virginities now. Trust me, these kids have stories. Just talk to them.
Just talk
Yeah,
to him.
it's nasty. But yo, I don't really have anything else to say. Moving forward to a better R&B album, it's actually an EP Coi Leray dropped, What Happened to Forever. And I really don't really have too much to say about this other than I'm happy that her sound didn't like it's not annoying to me yet. Like it's not like old. It's still perfect for this time. Coi Leray sounds amazing, bro.
beautiful voice.
Yeah, I love it. Let me see the songs.
I actually really liked it. It was a nice little five song EP. Yeah, and I thought that shit was pretty dope. I think it was confusing though, only with like everything that happened back in January. Her talking about like, you know, just coming out like Trippie was cheating and shit during the pregnancy. So like it makes you like wonder like, is this a breakup album? Is it not a breakup album? And because like when you look at it and what I got from it is it more or less interprets like the 5 stages of grief, which is like why it had only 5 songs on it. And then like maybe like 2 of the songs referenced differently are her based off of her emotions. But that's what it truly felt like. Like she was using it as like a release. And I appreciated the album for what it was. She has a beautiful voice, really.
Yeah. Anytime she has music coming out, I'm always happy to like tune in. She's one of my favorite small artists.
To this day, she made one of the best songs on Into the Spider-Verse's album. So Self Love, that was an amazing song. I listen to that all the time.
Damn, that song is dope, but my favorite one is the other one. It
From the
was Sway
Spider-Man
Lee.
album?
I think Sway Lee's on it.
Sunflower?
Sunflower. Yeah,
I mean, that
that's my
song
favorite
went
song.
double platinum, right?
I love when Sway Lee makes
20 times
Spider-Man music
I
or
just
any
love
type of
it.
sync
Sway Lee
music.
That
drops.
shit's bound to go
That
diamond.
dude different, man.
Something about he's like really not talked about enough, but he is a certified hit maker. Anything
Definitely.
he comes out with
It's
is
him and Ray Shermer.
not even the other guy. Just
Hey, let's not forget. No Flex.
no, they're hard together.
Not
but
even the other guy.
They know.
But nah, he's definitely
Sway carries.
Yeah.
Sway definitely
Yeah,
carries.
yeah.
he's the one that carries. It was like Quavo on the Migos.
sure.
Without Quavo on the hooks, honestly,
Hey, what's a Sway Lee without a drummer's ear? You know,
I don't know. I feel like the Migos are a little bit more equal than Sway Lee and
I would
Ray
say they're more
Shermer.
balanced.
More balanced.
But without Quavo on the
Golf
hooks,
was going crazy.
Type
But
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Quavo, even outside the hooks, his image was just like exactly
he
what
was the image
they
of
needed.
the group for sure.
Yeah.
And everybody else was the technical part. Like you had the rapper, you had the
Mm-hmm.
image, and then you had the criminal. Like Takeoff was the nigga who would shoot anybody for his gang. You feel me? Offset was the one fucking everybody's bitches, and then Quavo was the one, the face, the
You gotta be the
politic,
face.
talking to everybody in front of the camera type shit. But
That's a fact.
yeah, good
nah.
group, man. R.I.P. to that group. I don't have as much.
To that group.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coi Leray did good.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
loved it. Shout out to Coi. I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. You can listen to top to bottom.
Definitely
No
everything.
miss.
I think over players that came out like last year, this is even better. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't care for the body touching on
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
It was catchy, but like this
Catchy,
was
yeah,
like
catchy.
really different.
When
Like,
you
was
force
cool.
a club song versus
You feel it. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
this one is like she was in her bag. If that
Exactly.
all that was true, then emotionally it's believable through her performance in the album.
Yeah, cool.
100% loved it. 10 out of 10. All right, but what? Nah, pause. 8.5 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
All right.
Perfect. I agree with the 8.5 out of
Unison
10
agree.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like she left that mystery aspect for like the listeners. It's like I'm not gonna show y'all that like this shit is affecting me wholeheartedly. Like I'm gonna kind of throw a little mixed feelings in there.
And she threw it in the end. She's like, I got my lick back too, nigga. Like,
Yeah, like, I'm gonna talk about it, not talk about
I ain't
it.
gonna lie, that shit was smooth. But I definitely like that she didn't stick to one sound. Like, all right, this sound work. You feel me? That ooh ooh, like you feel me? That shit. And
It was
ran with
R&B. It was like,
Dope.
all right, bet.
You really showing your talent.
Like
you
she
feel
really
me?
an artist.
Yeah.
not
You
just-
can actually do this.
Real shit. You're not just running with, oh, all right, this is what everybody likes. Like you actually showing that you an artist, you talented. Like
It was
Yeah.
different than the
Appreciate
Coi Leray shaking her little beef patties. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
But she definitely knows how to capitalize on like what's working for right now, not just sticking to one sound.
And what's working for her though, and it doesn't sound forced. It sounds like it's in her realm. It's something that she can do. You
And
feel
it's
me?
comfortable. You
Yeah.
feel me? You're not just
Happy
like
to see
trying
her
shit to
evolve.
try it.
Nah,
Seeing what
facts.
sticks.
Wow, we love Coi apparently over here on the Jungle Squad cast, as you can see.
pull up.
But
Facts. But there's a better album that came out, and it was around the same time. Jacquees and Dej Loaf. This is not talked about enough. It came out on Valentine's Day or the 12th, around there. Fuck a Friendzone Part 2. And there's been I was getting my hair done and I found out a lot of cool information that I actually did not know about this Jacquees and Dej Loaf. Apparently they were together and part one, while they were together in part one, they were actually legit in a relationship. So,
Word.
yeah, so Jacquees they're both in like new relationships, and Jacquees' girl has been commenting under Dej Loaf shit, like on some jealousy shit. But Dej Loaf is now like a whole lesbian, have a girlfriend, but they collab back together, and they're like, oh, let's make this music together, and like let's make a part two. So they think it's because they make a part two, there's a little bit something going on, but hey,
The
I don't know.
lore.
Yeah, so it's just a little drama behind it, which is I just personally feel like they just did that for the marketing
For sure.
aspect, just to boost the streams. Let's bring some
Why not?
drama into it. But the album, oh my god, bro!
It's hard.
Great album.
Drake and
The songs I heard was
P&D
hard.
needs to go to the Jacquees and Dej Loaf College of how to make R&B collab albums and
In 2025.
sit there and follow the syllabus from top to bottom, because let me tell you, this is a collab album. These motherfuckers right here, Jacquees and Dej Loaf,
made some shit.
it wasn't 70% Jacquees, 30% Dej Loaf. It was like 50-50, perfect balance,
Word.
Unison
believable.
songs, like-
This, they didn't have to title it some sexy songs for you. This is some sex songs for you. Like, this is the real some sex songs for you. Y'all can fuck to this top
Get
to
you out
bottom.
the friend
They
zone
said
and
top
do
to
this
bottom.
shit.
I'm talking about like get head, switch positions, make love, treat her like a whore, treat her like a slut,
Get head
treat her
and
like
want
a
it.
wife, treat her like for life, like anything that you really want for love, like within a woman or like anything like that, bro. This R&B album was really a top 10. Jacquees really got it. Dej Loaf is like the female Sway Lee. Super Saiyan, Coi Leray. Like
I dead thought like Dej Loaf, like it took a second, but when I first heard the album playing, I thought it was Coi Leray singing, and I was like, "Is that Coi?" And then I had to really like lock in and listen. I was like, "No, that's Dej's tone." Like,
Yeah, they got some
he
other
had it.
sounds for sure.
But Corey sounds like this. Like she has like that. I don't know.
I definitely thought the album was top tier. I found some gems I was looking for sure. You played the album for me again as well when we were all chilling, and yeah, from what I heard, like that shit, like I said, like was top tier, like production wise, voice wise, like they knew how to cater to each other's like beat and like voices, like just beautifully.
I just personally like the fact that people care still about R&B still, you know, and they really showed that R&B is alive and well. They're healthy. Like a lot of people experiment, and like what Rory said earlier about like the porn audio, that's what kind of like R&B really turned into.
Yeah.
And it's not really what R&B it is, but it wasn't like a vulgar
Right,
way to
right,
it.
right.
It was like it was a sensual
Innuendo,
Yeah.
like
It was a foreplay. It wasn't just the we're fucking already.
yeah.
and that's what I got from this, and it was really, really good. But it was more of our generation that can still cater to the youth. But
Yeah.
I can tell that like Apple Music, I can tell like Spotify, all of them, they weren't really promoting this. I had to really be a fan of these niggas or just look up what Dej Loaf been doing
It's
in order to
something
find
about
the album.
It's something about Dej Loaf. Like, I don't know, since her last album, like Jacquees and Dej Loaf both just dropped albums recently that we've actually reviewed, and it's crazy. Like, again, this is the second time this album's have dropped. I have not seen like major production when it or output on the light for Dej Loaf. Like, she is not being shared.
Sound like some label beef.
Some label beef for real, but
That's
she's
what I was
nasty.
gonna ask. Like, what do y'all think is stopping them from being like more marketed as an artist? Because they're really both talented, even though they're like on the back end of shit. Like,
There's a lot of people who are talented, but there's two things. There's either when they got into the industry, they recognized it for what it was, and they kind of like are satisfied with where they're at. They don't want to push the needle because they know what that come with. And then there's other people who just really don't fuck with them. You feel me? Like they might think they can reach a high level. We might really like them as a fan, but the business might not believe in them the way
That's a fact.
they have, built with other fan bases and shit.
Look at us, 100 episodes in. Where our sponsors at? Huh, nigga?
I mean, no,
I like Nike.
that's more on us. Like we don't have anything to leverage. You feel me? So when we do, then we go up to the companies or they'll reach out to us when they see. But right now we're still in the growth stages. We're in a better than where we started, but we're nowhere where we need to be. I think.
Self-awareness is a
I was
superpower.
fucking around.
Huh?
This is a garden. We growing.
I just know like you. I know you think highly. Like you think we work hard. We do. But it's nowhere near enough to get us to where we need
way more we need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want
We getting there.
Yeah.
Again, it's a garden. It's growing. It's growing. It's a garden.
It
it's
is growing.
growing.
It's painful too. Like
Exactly.
it could be a pain in the ass.
We've had weeds. The weeds have been taken out.
You feel
Things
me?
still keep blossoming.
Yeah, but I don't really want to keep talking about this one because there's a much better album, and this is probably my favorite album that dropped so far this year, 2025, and it's my boy Young Bleu, ladies and gentlemen. What Makes Us Human?
Congratulations.
Best
Wasn't
R&B
amazing.
album or best album of 2025 so far, up to date. This has been promoted heavily, and he didn't need a collab for this. You feel me?
Yeah.
Drake, P&D, Dej Loaf, Jacquees. He took y'all out the water. When I mean to tell y'all, I keep saying this, but this legit on this one is no skips for this one.
I actually agree
No
with you though.
skips. There's literally no skips on Young Blue's album, and I'm talking about you can listen to it, have it on repeat all day. Not like it's good for the morning, afternoon, club, love,
Bro,
fuck,
singing his
this,
shit.
like
Yeah, the couple songs I heard was fire.
this is. Let me see.
It's crazy. Like for me, I felt like with What Makes Us Human that everything
That one was
beat wise that I heard is what I felt that Drake should have came with on that album that he dropped.
Yes.
Like it was exactly Drake's cadence, but if Drake rapped on it, it would have sounded even
Yeah, he
crazier.
chose some weird ass beats.
He chose like on his album he chose such weird shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like I felt like for him, Some Sexy Songs for You would have been better if he had What Makes Us Humans
That
track
production?
list.
You know what I
that
think?
production level and that producer in general.
Drake thinks that his voice is the sexy song. And I realized that when he went on Give Me a Hug, and in the first half of Give Me a Hug, that nigga was not on beat at all. He just thought what he was saying was so great. It was just like he could get it off.
Drinking lemonade, shine, fake intimidation.
And then the beat is not matching that at all. So like we have The Real You, when you at me, I guess it was actually fuck that nigga. Adore Me, Touch Her Flesh. Bro, these are all
Both the rap
Young Blue
bangers,
albums.
like.
I'm telling you right now, these shits is crazy. Lost in the City, What Makes Us Human, Blessings, Silent for the Night, Sex is Amazing. Oh my God, Roller Coaster. And this is only 15 songs. So like that's also important. Nowadays, like 11 to 14, 15 songs, that should really be the goal.
Yeah.
Drake has still not learned that. Like we only need 11 songs, 12 songs from Drake. Fire. He always gives us like 20 songs.
Streams.
20 plus.
Yeah.
You just want that bag.
Yeah, but stop with the numbers in the business and just do it just because you love it. Go
Yeah,
back
go
to
back
the
to the art,
basement
yeah.
days.
He knows
It's
more
gone.
shit he throws at the wall.
Right.
The more it's bound
Something's
to
gonna
stick.
stick, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have nothing but 10 out of 10. It's my only 10 out of 10 I'm giving
Young Bleu
tonight
did
for the
great.
album. Young
Nah, for
Bleu
sure.
was amazing.
Actually, could agree.
Yeah, because I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit quicker. But
Yeah, because it's just hard to like get an album that's top to bottom. You feel me? But he like nailed it, and it's not like a sound that's like, all right, this song sounds like this song. This song sounds like this song.
switched
Like,
it up.
he knows how to like divvy it up and still have the album like sound cohesive top to bottom for sure.
Beautiful
He
album.
nailed that shit.
It was real like.
It was different.
It was talented. Like he just really showed his talent, like in his range. And to me, he's like a Super Saiyan Ty Dolla $ign.
It's had it. He's just not like all the way up here because of like I feel like it's just like label shit behind.
That was label B for him too.
Because he's better than Ty Dolla $ign. Because anything that Young Blue touch on the feature is fire. But what makes
I like Young Blue a lot.
Yeah, what makes him better than Ty Dolla $ign though is that he can make an album top to bottom, no skips. Ty can't do that.
Ty could do a feature,
Yeah,
no skips,
Feature
top to
album.
bottom.
yeah.
Type shit.
But he can't do what Young Blue does by himself. Hell no. Party Next Door can't do it. Jacquees
Party can
might
do
be. Jacquees, that is that nigga, bro. His voice is top tier.
I mean, even
It's
his
up there
last
with
album,
Mario and
what was this? Songs to Make Love to? No. There's some romantic ass out. I forget the name of that shit, but I feel you. Like,
yeah.
it went
But
crazy.
Jacquees is really that nigga. But Young Blue, I think I can honestly call him like a fan. I've never really listened to his albums before. This is probably my first legit time listening just to his album, and I really enjoyed it. But just to give a little bit of sprinkles on this, the singles, there's been a couple singles that dropped that y'all can also tune into. Kodak, and specifically, he dropped 2, Single Again and Cluck. This is better than what he's been dropping lately, I would say. You know,
Just listen to Single Again. Cluck is classic Kodak. You listen to Single Again, you gonna laugh, but you gonna be like, this is actually a banger. Like, I fucked with that.
no, yeah, both songs is fire. Like, I definitely liked it. But also, Druski, he has a show coming out, so he dropped the leading single for the show called "Coulda Been Love" featuring Young M.A. and my guy Young Blue. And this song is actually a hit. Like, this is one of them ones that people are gonna be playing when you go to a party. The DJ is gonna be playing this. Young M.A. Quick verse, but strong impact, long lasting impact. That shit was fire.
Did he pull a DJ Khaled, Druski, or did he actually have a verse?
And
DJ
this is what I was gonna say about him too, is that I think Druski is our new generation of DJ Khaled, and he can start bringing these newer acts together, and his album would be fire.
Yeah, he did smart with that. He did smart with
The
that.
only thing is like he's gonna have to take that like comedic aspect.
You
Like, he's
gotta
gonna have to
separate it.
transition into business a little bit more because everybody's gonna take it as like comedy first.
This well, if y'all listen to the song is fire, but if you watch the video, it is funny.
Yeah.
So it depends on which one you're doing. So as long as if we're in the club and it is valid, because we're not most likely gonna watch the video, cool. But if he's on some comedic shit, like on some Lil Dicky shit where he's like trying to be funny with the song, like, nah, I'm not here for that.
not gonna
Like,
hit.
9 times out of 10, they're gonna play like Young Blue and Young M.A.'s part. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just that part.
Druski didn't rap on it really,
Exactly.
right? I don't even think he rapped at all. I think it was literally Young Blue, Young M.A., and then he kind of like was just in the
orchestrated.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
But I
was
like
cool.
how you said it like it was short but like impactful because like that's literally how Young M.A. is, and it's like I'm glad to see her back in the picture. You feel me? I hope she drops soon. 'Cause,
She's
like,
legit still till this day. She's been the best female rapper the last 10 years, and nobody talks about it.
you feel me?
Like,
In terms of
'cause of shit
raw
behind the scenes.
output, lyricism, songs, hits, bangers, I like Young M.A. a lot.
No love for the studs.
you know why, right?
No love for the studs.
Yeah, except for Bajewski, and we'll get to that. But Young M.A., if Young M.A. looked like Ice Spice but rap like Young M.A., she'd be out of here.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she'd literally be Nicki. But Nicki is goaded though.
I don't think it's the image so much. I just think it's like personal shit. You feel me? Like she had health related.
Yeah, she had to take a step away or something like that, right?
Her eyes is yellow as fuck.
You feel
Yeah.
me? From drinking and shit like that.
issues.
But like,
Yeah.
definitely, I don't think it's the image because she could play that like dyke image and still be one of the best female artists. Like
What dyke female that you know that's commercialized like right now?
I don't think she's
Ellen
pushing that
DeGeneres.
narrative. I feel like she's too like
She was
humble.
kind of, at her height though, she was
was
kind
just,
of
ooh,
running
that was
though.
it.
But then again, you're right because she came before that Lotto Meg push.
Yeah.
So I see where you coming
And that
from.
was when Dej Loaf even came out.
Yeah,
looking
Dej
thuddy.
Loaf. Yeah, that's
Let a
true.
nigga try me.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the
easily
hotties with the
step
baddies
back
who
in
could
and
twerk.
shit.
now look at Dej Loaf. She got the classic Carrie Hilson look. You feel me? Coming through with the melodies. Like,
Every
why I would
female
love-
rapper now got BBLs and fake titties.
That's why
She
I would
doesn't.
love to see Young and May come back in this shit and really like solidify herself
BBL.
again. Like, you
Yeah, I
feel
think
me?
it'll be a good time for her to
Yeah,
drop.
if she get a BBL and still be a stud,
Yo, you are
Young and May
crazy.
will go. I'm telling you,
We don't
yo,
need that.
all she need is a fat ass. I'm telling you.
Nah, we just need
That
her
way
to
it's
be
the leggings
consistent
and
with that
shit.
shit because she already dropped great shit. We just need her to be consistent with
Yo,
it.
That's
Young-
it. Yeah, just drop more
she's an
often.
amazing artist.
Nah, let me stop. Young and May would dead punch me in
She
the
gonna be
face.
competing with that nigga. who's
That nigga will fuck me up.
nigga said
Yeah,
with
she
the
rap better
niggers.
than the niggas. Like,
Said my bad, my nigga. You heard that, right?
Nah, I said it.
You said ER?
Yeah, heavy.
yeah, see, I
Heavy
fucking
with
with
it.
white bitches.
I be at work too much, 6 days
See?
a week. That
See?
should be killing me.
Nah, let me
Nigga
stop.
had the code switch.
That was cool. Shout out to Druski. And now I officially want to conclude my music segment. Thank you guys. Yo,
Strong.
thank you, man. Not a lot of people can get through that music segment. We did that. We did that.
Right
did
done
that.
if you got through the music segment. We in hour 45.
said
and
we did that.
Right done.
Yo, how'd you know that?
The
Audio.
I was about to say, bro, been keeping.
Yo, that was cool.
Mental
Like, nigga,
health.
psychic? Yeah, we're pretty much done. We don't really have too much. I kept this.
We've been here. No. We're pretty much done. Nah, it was good. We're back. We here with Trendy. Obviously, yo, speaking of Coulda Been Love, it came with a show, Coulda Been a Love show that Druski just dropped recently on YouTube. Have you guys peeped it by any chance?
Yeah,
I
respectfully.
did see a little person on his lap.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Talking about Nugget.
She got in the crib. Spoiler alert.
Talking about Nugget.
So how does it work? Like he tells which kind of like the could have been records thing, and he kind of tells you
So
who comes in. Who
It
can't.
wasn't an audition. It was more like the women all came on one bus together. He sat
Okay.
there in front of the house, and then each of them came, introduced themselves, and he let them go into the house. And then by the end of the night, that was when he finally like decided
Who gonna
one
stay.
lady has to leave.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna give you guys nicknames. Once you get your nickname, you go in the house, and then the last person's gonna leave.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is like
Genius.
the ugliest women ever, though. It's like the group of the most defiled, ugliest, hideous. I don't even know how to. This like bad,
There's a
right?
couple cute women in
this-
there, but it's
Two.
overflowing with
That's
studs.
why it's hard to take it serious. Like I really take it for like a comedic.
It's not
aspect.
even
Like,
women in there though. There's men in there.
That's
Like,
why
No, they're studs.
no, they identify as men. They literally come in
Okay.
there.
Drewski know what he doing.
He
He
always
getting
had a
them
thing-
views.
He always had a thing for studs, though.
I'm
You
telling you
know?
right now, bro.
He's playing
Respectfully,
into that narrative too heavy.
and you come from a church, so you're gonna watch. At least I don't know. I'm assuming you're going to watch this and personally feel your spirit throw up. Like this is one of the most unholiest, like
Unholy is.
despicable secular thing I've seen on TV.
I
in
might
a long
not
time.
watch it. I might not watch
I
it.
think
I don't think I'm
For
gonna watch it
views,
again though. Like after the first episode, I was like, yeah, this is. I don't want to find out who.
it's
it is.
entertainment,
I'm
though.
excited to see
entertainment.
it for
It's
fun.
funny.
Like I think it's really creative, like to take that turn on what a normal reality love show is, and bring some women that are completely different into the light. I mean, for example, some of the women there are content creators, which is helping their network too.
Yeah.
When you look, he's got Deja on there, who is Bubbles, and that's the same girl that's like, let me scope out the scenery. She's the same one.
Oh,
that,
Meatball?
Yeah, she's the
Meatball.
Yeah,
she's the
Meatball.
one
Don't
that
even get
made
me
one
started
hand
with
on
Meatball.
neck, one hand on frontal. That's her. She created that.
Word.
You feel
Okay.
me? He's got I forget who the Asian girl is, but I've seen her before. She's from New
The New
York.
York girl,
like,
yeah.
She was just on Jason the Ween stream like not too long ago.
So
like,
he
She
being
alright,
tactical.
though.
He moving tactical.
Yeah, like,
I'm just not a reality TV show guy, so that's why I probably won't watch
I'm
it.
just telling you now. I like reality TV. This ain't it.
I mean,
Yeah.
like it's more or less you are either you fall in love with Druski, but the winner also gets $50,000. So
Yeah.
what are you really working for here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
but
Notoriety
it's
in the
funny.
bag.
It is funny though.
It
Don't get
reminds
wrong,
me
it's
of
funny.
like a Flavor Flav X like
parody,
parodies
a parody though.
type shit. Yeah, you feel me? It's
Like
meant for
the
entertainment.
women
for
already
sure. Like,
arguing, like you feel me? They
already
hard.
fought.
They already fought. You feel me?
That's why I'm like ex baddies. You feel me? Because there's a bunch of women.
I just think the last girl that he brought in the house.
Yeah, it was atrocious. And after that, I was like, bro, are you crazy? So the last one is the ugliest girl in the world, and one of the prettiest girls there. Like,
That look like,
there.
but she looked like got SZA vibes.
She looked like Shrek colored in melanin, nigga. Like literally, it was just like
With a Druski tat right here.
Yeah,
on the
it
You got a
side.
tattoo.
Yeah,
Druski love it.
Druski on it too. Like she looked like if Shrek took a shit and the shit had a heart. Like literally.
Now I kind of gotta look what you look like.
Bro,
Nah, you
I'm
definitely
telling you,
gotta
like,
watch that shit, bro.
she looked like Shrek and Lord Farquaad put together, nigga.
Oh, brother.
It was bad.
That's
bro.
bad work.
And bro, I've never seen an uglier woman than this female before, bro.
Nah, he's roasting.
Yo, hey, hater.
Roasting.
Nah, you gonna see her be like,
Nah, because look, this
oh.
is what gets me tight is that they're deciding on like who's gonna be the last one. He has the last rose, right?
Okay.
And both of them was like, all right, how are you guys gonna feel? Neither one of you get picked. They're both like, oh, it's all good. It's all love. We respect you. We love you. And and then the other girl was like the meatball, right? That's her name. She's like, yo, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. And then like slowly, as she keeps talking, she's like, but you fucked up though if you don't pick me. How you gonna do this to me? Oh my God, you scared, man. She on the floor crying, yelling. You didn't even pick yet. And then finally pick, right? Oh yeah, fuck you, bitch. Ah, yeah, you my man.
got up and everything.
Yeah, happy as hell.
Just
And
a
then
whole character.
Yeah. The
She from Philly, I
what's the funny
think.
part? When the other bitch took her weave off.
Oh my God, yeah, right at
That's
the
a
end.
fact.
Yeah, that,
Shorty pulled that shit. She's like, I ain't playing no more.
yeah.
Fuck this.
It was funny though, but literally this show is watch
Chaotic.
it at Saturday night. Go to church at Sunday. Read your Bible.
need some
Pray for
You
Druski.
can't sit with that with your spirit all week.
I was uncomfortable. Like after like 45 minutes, I was like,
Druski
oh.
had ads for sex pills. He had ads for alcohol. I think he got sponsored by Jose Cuervo in that.
Yeah.
Bro made his
He
own
get his
ads
bag.
mid fucking.
He
I
get
was
his
watching
bag.
a Club Shay Shay video. He just broke off into a
But
sex
that's
video.
what entertainment is pushing towards.
Yeah.
But I like that he was able to take that platform from Instagram and really be able to like he could really get
That's a
shows
TV
on
show,
TV.
yeah.
You
I
know?
think
The
he
ingenuity
was
of putting
the.
it on YouTube is crazy.
I think he was the first person to do it the perfect way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
feel me?
transitioning from social media, the new age social media into like, because you got to remember, he had no stamp outside of social media.
Literally.
Yeah,
Like
that's it.
the other guys, like the Kevin Hart's and them, they went like they had paper soldiers, they had the movies and stuff like that first, and then they got on social media and accentuated it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the new age people.
He did it backwards.
where he did it backwards. Like I think Fat Boy did it a little bit, but he didn't get as mainstream.
Yeah.
But Rennie, I think, did it. Oh, you know who else? Who was a little bit more drama based? The guy who was in I think he plays in Power.
Which one? Michael?
I don't know his name.
Timmy?
It was a dark skinned dude. But he started off doing like social media stuff, and then he got into acting and stuff like that too. But I think Druski really solidified his fan base.
Talking about King Batch.
Nah, he didn't really go. I mean, he got some
I
acting
mean, King
stuff.
Batch from Vine, bro.
Yeah, and he got like 40 million followers.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't feel like he's as he's not as mainstream as Druski. I don't think because like I said, I seen Druski soldier. I mean, I seen Druski in the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
Google ads and stuff.
They're different times though.
He got that Drake cosign too.
Yeah.
he got
For
that Drake
sure.
cosign. He got that Drake stimmy.
For sure.
He got that Drake stimmy.
That's all you need.
What? Sometimes we lie, sometimes we cry, you know. Yeah, this nigga's right in that video.
Since then, it's
keep
been
it around.
Yeah, it really catapulted that
Yeah.
path, for sure.
All
Yeah.
you need to do is find where Drake's at, take a pic, or do something with him.
Think that's the plan for us?
No.
We need to go to Toronto.
Nah, but Druski could have been Love show. I'm definitely locked in. I wouldn't mind talking about it again just because of how ratchet that shit is. It's always fun to see some ratchet shit every now and again, you know?
I hear you.
I'm with it.
I suggest watch Love is Blind. It's pretty women.
For the most part.
Better choices.
For the most part.
Not all of them. You're right. But yeah, I liked it though. It was funny though. Cause I was just like, wow, this is
So
crazy.
off-putting. Like,
One of them came with no shoes on. Just they socks. Long socks.
she got
with
in the
booty
house,
shorts
though.
on.
Just chaotic.
That's tough.
Everybody got in the house. Everybody who came got in the house.
you know what I'm saying? We love our ratchet shit.
Hey, I got a question. If this is your house, how many getting past?
What? Like how many of them? Honestly, there was like at least 2 or 3
that you let get in the house.
tolerable. Yeah, for sure.
So it's not even gonna be a full season. It's just 1 or 2 episodes for you.
Nah, I'll make it dramatic. I'll take them out on dates each.
Let me get to know them.
Go meet their family.
Stretch it out.
Meet their family. See how it is with them. Like,
Yo, that's mad funny. The little person getting in because of DEI or nah?
no
Inclusion, nigga.
Don't fucking try to
He
condition
said
me.
Trump
with
is
that
in
DEI
office,
shit.
nigga.
But
Well,
nah,
yeah, but no.
if I'm
So y'all not smashing a little? Hold on.
Yes, but not that one. She was the ugliest.
everybody got experience.
There's A.
Everybody got experience, huh?
Not because let me clarify that. She
a
was
yes,
ugly
yes.
as fuck. Like almost every single little person I seen, they were all like fairly pretty, like except for the guys with their big ass heads and foreheads, like giant as
be
fuck.
having big heads.
But
That's
some of them is like beautiful, bro. Like I'm talking about. Yes, I would actually consider dating them. Like I'll date a little person.
Is it hereditary?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think mostly.
Oh, okay.
So like, say if me and a little person have a kid, I'm 5'7", they're like 2'3", they'll grow up to be like 4'4".
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. There's like a
I
risk
don't
there.
Yeah, there's a
I think
possibility.
your genetics might take over though, hopefully.
They make them a
'Cause
regular
there's
size.
definitely people who have little people as parents and they're like 6'2".
Damn.
Okay.
So you saying little people got the weak genes, bro?
No, I'm just saying it depends on the
Probably.
Technically, that's what you're saying, bro.
weaker body, weaker systems, like yeah.
Or maybe just maybe the smaller genes.
Damn.
There's literally
Maybe just like
there's literally a TikTok
smaller than average genes.
There's a TikTok famous
genes, the
family of like this
JEANS.
guy with his mom, and she lives in her house that's modified, that everything's smaller, and he's like 6 foot, and that's his mom, like and he lives with her
Yo, I
folks.
am crying. Go ahead,
But
flame
moving
if
on
you
from
want.
Druski, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how much longer I could say he made graduation.
Yeezy?
Bro, Kanye, what happened, bro?
I'm not all the way opposed to what Kanye initiatives are.
Listen,
Did you not hear
for
his
you
last
for you
rant?
guys that aren't aware? Obviously, if you've seen the Grammys, you know what's up.
Let me take
You
that
saw
back before you
last
say
thing-
something
hold on,
crazy.
I'm trying to give the viewers their knowledge, but I don't know if you guys are aware. Obviously, since the Grammys, you already saw what Bianca happened, but Kanye went recently after the Super Bowl, went crazy on Twitter, bro, with so much anti-Semitism.
Oh, okay.
Bro, it was fucking phenomenal. Like, I can't believe this, man.
You got
Okay.
you got some written examples?
Nothing that I could really remember. I mean, none that I can remember because
Pull 'em
only
up, bro.
because they got deleted. I know one of them, he spoke on pretty much how he felt about the Jewish community. And I thought they were pretty disgusting, just like from what I did gaze at, only because it was such blatant hate speech that it even inspired certain riots in certain parts of the country over anti-Semitism. You know what I mean? So like it was very very inappropriate and too much to put. Even with the Super Bowl, like he had his commercial. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I did.
And obviously, like, he made it as simple as like him being on his iPhone. He's like, yeah, I paid all this money to CBS to get my commercial posted. Now I have to record everything on the phone. This is it. Pull up to Yeezy.com. You go to Yeezy.com and he has a shirt with a swastika on it, bro. Only item available. Bro, what do y'all think about Kanye right now?
I've been over Kanye for quite some time.
So the thing about it with me is like, first and foremost, hate speech and any type of, marginalizing from like cultural perspective and race perspective is a huge no-no. You shouldn't be doing it. But the conversation that I was having a couple of months ago that is just really annoying, and what I like to do is I like to see, where is this coming from? What are you doing? Is this just random run-of-the-mill craziness, or is there like some type of message behind it?
It's not a message, but he's doing it on purpose.
And he's doing it on purpose. And what I realized, the layers that he's peeling back, and this is something I've been speaking on for years, even prior to what he said, is we could have $500 billion worth of revenue off of killing nigga music. But the minute you even say the JEW word, you can't even say it out loud before your whole career is gone, right? So he's basically saying like, okay, listen, I'm so independent. I'm showing you guys I'm so off the rails and so out of the industry that when I go on anti-Semitic rants, I still can retain my billionaire status. I still can be and do whatever I want to do. And I'm trying to show you that I'm quote unquote free. I understand the messaging behind that. Going like the way in which he goes about it is just so shocking because he knows the shock value is going to pay.
So what do you think about him saying about Diddy, like he's basically defending Diddy.
Yeah, he came out with Sean John shirts.
He was like, I beat girls too. Like beating women is
he was like, any like man like of stature will have like, any man that like truly loves his woman will react with rage. And he's like, basically, I went and I beat women too. Like, bro, he's
so
hugging out.
My take on that is like, first and foremost, I already know going into this that you're gonna say anything to get a reaction. So when you're saying things that you're trying to get a reaction out of me, I'm just not gonna humor you with it. Like when you say you're gonna beat women, all that type of stuff, or if I go into a Quentin Tarantino movie and they say 50 niggers with an ER at the end, it's like, am I going to try to understand what the message is behind this, or am I going to be offended by what you're saying? First and foremost, like, you have to be politically correct and say, like, yo, there's no room for domestic violence. I don't think that you should be, putting your hands on anybody.
He's not on that.
And he's not on that, and we're just not gonna agree with that. I mean, I saw the video with what Diddy did. I'm never gonna agree with something like that. That's horrendous.
Yeah.
Now, if he's saying that he's gonna support Diddy in terms of domestic violence, etc., I'm just not gonna agree. Like, and that's just what it is. I don't feel personally offended when I don't agree with a nigga. I just don't agree with you.
I'm never offended unless I'm personally disrespected. But I have to, one, be pod, but I'm also aware of the fact of what type of person he is and the type of person he's been for quite some time.
Right.
And yes, I do respect the fact that, okay, you've always say some wild shit and then an album's about to come out or a design of some clothing is coming out, and yes, that's his thing. He says the most outrageous thing so everybody can talk about, argue about, and he made like over like 23 million or 1.5 million the first day off that swastika shirt.
Yeah.
So it's just like he does things on purpose. It's for a reason, but to a certain point, it's like, where's the line?
There's none with him, and that's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, even
for me, I think I found mine with him though, and I think it was a long time ago, to the point like where I'm at, where you is like, I'm not offended. I just don't really care about Kanye anymore. Like he's trying so hard to be relevant. Every single time something's like popping, like even with the Not Like Us beef, he tries so hard to insert himself. He just wants all the attention, and a person like that, you will never be able to satisfy. So why even like shed any light towards it? You feel me?
I feel you.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. My fault to cut you off, right? Like basically, you said you're not gonna be like a hater towards it. You feel me? But where's the line for you where you stop supporting an artist? You feel me?
So for me specifically, I wouldn't call myself a supporter. I mean, you know what? I'll take that back, because prior to the anti-Semitism, when he dropped the bully line, I got the shoes, the $20 shoes. I wanted to see the quality of the hoodie, and I got the hoodie as well. So I'm like, all right, it's a $20 price point. Like, what does the quality look like, etc. Like, just in terms of support and in terms of inquisitiveness, curiosity. As
I mean,
a
also
fellow
the price
creator,
alone
the price is intriguing.
So I'm not making fashion, I'm making clothes.
Yeah, so I will say that from my perspective, I'm not going to say that I'm not a supporter, because I did put money in his pocket directly.
Well,
the thing about it, I have supported.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, I don't think that what he has done in terms of up to this point, I'm going to completely write him off, only because I feel like there is still method to madness. Like, I don't think that he's completely crazy as much as he is doing crazy things associated to an actual cause.
I mean,
you see what I'm saying?
is definitely has an issue.
He definitely does have an issue. Yeah,
he's self-aware of it and takes advantage of his issues.
Yeah,
because like, you don't say all this shit and then the next 2 days, yo, I have autism. Like, bro, like he wants everybody to be rageful and mad at him, and then he also goes 2-3 days later, not even a week later, and he wants everybody to, like, he wants to play the victim and everybody to feel sorry for him.
Yeah, and he just playing the crowd. Like he understands what it takes to have attention. I understand what it takes to have attention. I don't thirst for attention nearly as much, because if that was the case, I'd be sitting here with my underwear on. You see what I'm saying?
Gotta
Like,
thirst for attention and get it though.
I think
for him, in the amount of attention he is used to,
He needs it.
he needs it.
Maybe.
So
Maybe.
That's the problem.
Feeds the ego.
Yeah.
He's a narcissist.
But to me, it's like, my take on it is, I can't consciously say that I'm never gonna support him again right now, and then go and buy Balenciaga, and I have a Balenciaga shirt, and I can't, like, I feel like it's so contradictory to say, all right, yeah, that nigga right there is crazy. Yeah. Did you see what he did?
And
stop supporting him, and then you go to McDonald's. Like, how do you do that? So it's like, you're so used to big media, big business, and big corporations. Just like, if you still bank at Bank of America, you really can't really, like, push Kanye West away, because they literally just threw under the rug the lawsuit that they had when they was marginalizing black people in the 2020s. Like, it's unbelievable what JP Morgan and them are doing to us personally. And then Kanye West does a swastika shirt, and it's like, as a black person, nigga, I'm not offended by that. Jimmy Iovine and them is making billions of dollars of people saying nigga every single day.
I mean, one thing he did mention is he went to Japan and noticed, like, he saw shirts with swastikas on it, but it's also because the swastika's been around longer than just the Nazi regime. Like, it actually,
but he know what he doing.
It's had multiple definitions, multiple ways of being
iterations,
like, being placed. Like, but
yeah,
the angle he used obviously is of Nazi.
HH01.
He named it HH01, which was Hail Hitler. Like, it's the craziest thing to put. Like, his site was immediately closed down, and then, I mean, I know Ross from Friends, David Schwimmer, made a comment reaching out to Elon about Kanye's speech, basically saying, like, you know, like, we can't stop him from speaking bullshit, but, like, we can stop giving him a megaphone, like his platform. And then from there, I mean, I don't think it was Elon that deactivated him, because Kanye did make another tweet saying, I'm logging out of Twitter now and all that shit. And then from there, his account was inactive.
So here's my question to you guys about this concept. Like, are we being steered? Like, do you feel like we're being steered to accepting the anti-black hate speech?
No.
Because I feel like when it comes to, like, even drill music, we have a subgenre of just how to and the cool parts of killing us.
Hate a nigga.
Right? Like,
hate a nigga, kill a nigga, rob a nigga, beat
like,
a nigga.
Yeah, so it's like, if we
to a nigga.
Like, and genuinely, honestly, like,
fuck a nigga.
Fuck a nigga, bitch.
Word. So it's like, if that's the whole, like, billion-dollar industry, mind you, we don't own it. A lot of Jewish people and a lot of Jewish corporations, not just to say the Jewish corporations, but a lot of other, you know, cultural corporations are the ones that are immensely profiting off of this music of hate speech.
It's trauma. Black people are used to voicing their trauma. White people are used to selling it and taking advantage of the black people's voices of their trauma.
But the thing about it from my point of view is, I don't have enough outrage in me to then be like, dang, I'm cutting Kanye West off of because of the anti-Semitic stuff. Yeah. Like, same thing, but like the war in
I forgot
Hamas and Israel, whatever.
Israel and
I don't have my bandwidth isn't strong enough for me to sit here and tell you, like, I'm not going to Starbucks, because, like, genuinely and honestly right now, like, I know people that got shot up the street. I don't got time to sit here and worry about, like, when we was shooting Bridgeport the movie, I had to make sure we was in the right area so we not stepping on gang territory. Like, I'm not sitting here worried about what's going on over there. They not sitting worried about what's going on over here.
Yeah, we are forcing ourselves to worry about everybody. See,
everybody
goes back to prioritizing.
You have a
us,
pole in your eye. He got a toothpick, and you about to sit there and do surgery on him. Fix your own eye. Like, that's why I could care less about if he got a swastika, if he got whatever. He could have a KKK thing or whatever he got going on. Yeah. Like, do you see the mass media, I'm mad passionate right now. But you see, like, the mass media of people, like, how does Quentin Tarantino make a movie like Django? Who are you to tell that story? If I was to sit here and make a Holocaust survivor movie, they would probably kill me before the premiere date. Like, oh, you can't tell that story. Career suicide.
Nah, fuck that, man. That's what I respect about Kanye is that he does do whatever, but look what it came at the cost of. Now him and one of the, I like Bianca Censori. She's really pretty. Her body was fire at the Grammys. I appreciated her outfit. It was beautiful. One of the best outfits of 2025. Loved it.
Loved it.
But
And you could have bought that shirt on Yeezy.com.
so I don't really support
dress.
Kanye, but like, yeah, I definitely, you could buy that. On the
He
website.
dropped it before he dropped the
He's funny as hell.
Yeah, that dress that he had, he dropped that. If I'm not mistaken, he dropped that before he dropped the line of the whatchamacallit.
She's pretty, but it was weird though because 2 days after or the same week, Kim K kind of like dropped like super sexy photos, but it looked exactly like Bianca, like the hairstyle, everything. So now people are saying like they have like some type of BTS.
I mean, alone
beats.
Bianca's outfit gave something of skim, like, you know, but it was literally skim, like nothing.
But she
But
talk about she might
Skin
have
is
the best
crazy,
titties in the game right now. Like as far as like
too
what we
much.
know of.
Kanye might not see him too much though now, bro. There's like a little bit of rumor that they might be looking at legal counsel for divorce.
Yeah, they found
Since everything that's happened with the tweets. I didn't see anything official on the file, only because like they don't have a prenup signed, so I think there's a lot more to it that they need.
He filed for a
And
divorce,
he-
but they're
with-
talking about what to do, like with the finances and the
Because
business.
with
and
Kanye
shit.
being in debt for a lot of things, like it's harder for her to just take off. Like,
But
you know
they've
what I'm
been
saying?
married for like a year or two
Yeah, but
anyway,
still,
right?
it's marriage, bro.
They feel
Once
like, I feel like they've been
once you've
together
been
a little
married,
longer, like
you're-
maybe
you're
3 or
kinda
4.
cooked.
They've been together for like
At least like 3.
yeah, because they've been together with both of the vultures, and both of the vultures came out at least a year
was
apart. So like, and she was the art. So like, I started hearing more about her towards around like the Kim K, Pete Davidson around that time. That had to been like 3-4 years ago.
Did
right?
you know she was an architect? She's an architect.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's actually
like
an
super
architect.
educated,
Yeah,
right?
She's super educated. Yeah.
Yeah.
word.
But
She seems educated, but it just I've never
mean,
heard her talk in any type of media like
I
ever.
heard it like once or
Did you hear a
twice.
conspiracy theory that she was like a plant? So Kanye West is finding mad different ways to like embarrass her on the world stage by like making her naked and stuff like that.
That's not embarrassing.
I saw that on
her 'cause
Twitter.
She
But yeah,
looks
he's
gorgeous,
like
but-
her status is crazy right now.
I mean, but either way, like I said, there is rumors about the divorce. But the main thing it comes from is again from the tweets. Like he was pretty much going off on saying how he had dominion over her. Like he's like, no, like she does
word.
what I say.
Yeah.
And then as of recently, I think this is her just trying to be like, wait a minute, like nigga, you were not in control of everything, and I'm not gonna sit here while you just doing all this hate speech. So I definitely think she's putting her foot
Distance
down
herself.
as of lately because of everything that Kanye
She
just did.
should.
yeah.
Yeah, even what's his name? The one Ty Dolla $ign, he tweeted like, "Yo, I don't fuck with this hate speech. I don't."
He
support
has
hate
to
speech."
though.
Yeah, so a lot of people, I don't know, Kanye West. If you want to fuck with him, and especially you want to like, just make sure you're already solidified in the game. Don't be on the come up. Look what he did to Polo G, Ty Dolla $ign, Big
just listen to
Sean,
old Kanye.
Pusha T, like anybody who Kanye worked with, the artist who was on the come up, he took advantage and fucked them. Pause.
This is why
Industry stuff.
we miss the old Kanye.
The last
old
good
Kanye.
Kanye was when Kim K was
Music-wise-
on the motorcycle.
Oh yeah, if you're talking about music wise, then yeah, like I'm much more of a like I don't remember the last.
They said
Donda
back
was
then I
actually
would really
Yeah, I think that's the last one.
Yeah.
Donna for me is the last one.
Donda, but the one before that would be the one with Kim K on the motorcycle.
Oh, Bound.
Bound to.
I know.
Yeah, but what album was
That's
that?
Yeezy. I thought
It might be
Bound 2 was on Yeezus with the white.
Yeah.
CD.
It might be that one. That might be the last good
Nah,
album.
what was Fowler Stretch My Hands was after Yeezus, right?
That's the life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo was after Yeezus, right?
Oh, Life of Pablo was.
I
Life
liked
of
it.
Pablo was a good.
That was like what 2015, 2016,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I remember that
beautiful
one.
morning.
Yeah, that was hard. And I like the gospel album
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it was
is King.
Yeezus. Yeezus was that. It was Yeezus, then Life of Pablo, and then Ye, which was had like Fallen, Dreaming.
Yeah, it was straight.
Shining.
The
And
Jesus
then
album was dope.
Jesus is King was I mean, personally,
liked
Watch the
it.
Throne was good. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was good. It's not like he just made Graduation, and that's why it's so hard to see such a crazy like
Honestly,
fall from him.
Watch the Throne was. Go back to listen to that. That shit is ass.
Think so?
There's like 5.
Hot button topic right now.
No
I'm just
Church in
saying,
the
like-
Wild with Frank Ocean in the Dream.
That shit was
Fire.
hard.
Otis with Otis Redding.
That shit was hard.
Who Gonna Stop Me? Made in America or Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Illest Motherfucker Alive. Ham.
Hard.
Nigga, come on,
Ham,
man. There's a
that's
lot of songs on
You
here.
didn't say niggas in Paris.
Niggas in Paris.
All right, that's 4.
For real.
How many songs is on there?
16.
All right, so 4 out of 16.
No Church in the Wild, Niggas in Paris.
You
Let's
named
see.
them. You named them.
It's probably a good like 5.
Who Gonna
6.
Stop Me? In America, Illest Motherfucker Alive.
That's it, bro. Like,
and Ham.
we gotta stop.
We'll give it 6 out
Otis-
of 10.
Otis was the leading single, and that shit went so fucking crazy.
No, it was Niggas in Paris.
Nah, bro.
They both went crazy.
Also,
though.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying
both-
Otis
Where's she
was the
on it?
leading single, I believe, for Watch the Throne. Or was
Nah, it wasn't on BET Live often when that
They
shit came
dropped
out.
up the Maybach. That joint was
It's 'cause they had a
crazy.
video for it. That's
the
why.
video went crazy for that
there's
shit,
no-
and
there's
that
no
was
video
like,
for niggas.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
sparking
That was
the
definitely
sparks
the
off the
single,
floor.
That was crazy.
yeah, that shit was hard, and like,
That's when niggas scared though.
yeah.
And then you realize you could say poopity scoop, and then you said, F it, I don't care no more.
You know?
yeah, once
Yep.
it came out with the big shoes, Lil Pump, I was like, all right, this nigga's
Yeah,
squashed.
that's when shit started to go.
Yeah, it was done.
But yeah, that's all I had on Kanye. I'm gonna try to push through these next two, get us a little closer to our goal. But obviously, nigga, if y'all didn't see the to make a bad boy, that shit done a lot of harm to
Is
fucking
that the Max one or which one is
Peacock.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, Peacock made a film. I believe it's either Peacock or Paramount. They made a documentary on how to make a bad boy, which is actually about Diddy. Diddy recently just filed for $100 million on defamation against him due to I believe severe reputational and economic harm
From
to his
jail,
name.
huh?
Hell yeah.
You could sue from jail and you can get arrested and still be a president.
Y'all think he win in this case?
I don't even give a fuck
Depends
about
on how
this
much
guy.
money he got paid to them lawyers. I mean, there's so many different Diddy documentaries right now, and
Yeah,
so
he
many
gonna
people
sue
made
everybody?
so much money. They gonna settle out of court, give him his little bag, or they might just
He need commissary.
do that 50-year-long lawsuit thing until he, stays in
If I was
jail.
NBC Universal, I'll pay the prosecution
Yeah.
more money to make sure he gets locked up.
I'd keep the case going until he's found guilty.
Well, he got a fed
And
case,
then
I
I'd
think,
be
right?
like, is it really
Yeah,
defamation?
he got a RICO. He's
Yeah.
the only one who's like by himself with a RICO. Usually you gotta be at the gang association or the cartel to have a RICO.
Yeah.
This nigga has a RICO by himself.
By the
And
feds,
and
too?
1,000
That's how you
videos.
know.
It's over with.
He's
I just
guilty.
get hit with the Rico.
Yeah, he's guilty, nigga.
Yeah.
Keep that
That's
nigga
it,
behind.
bro. I
And
don't
then
wanna
last
have
but
nothing.
not least, I don't know if y'all saw, but Soulja Boy and Marlon Wayans has been going at it lately.
Yes.
Crazy.
So
Both two great comedians.
I gotta be Team Marlon because I think Soulja Boy went a little too crazy. I mean, obviously,
Nah, I am definitely Team Soldiers.
I don't know.
Let's
I
go.
mean, I think coming at the Wayans bro's mother is like definitely across the line. Like,
bro.
Nigga,
Stop with
nah.
this. There's
They're
a
not
line
rappers.
shit, bro.
He's not rappers though.
What?
Soldier's a rapper. Marlon's not a rapper.
It don't matter. He's a comedian. That's
Comedians
worse.
do
But
be
he's
worse.
still been coming through
Bro,
with jokes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can hold his own.
Yeah, exactly.
So like he can say he's been saying some foul shit too. Like they're both equally foul.
Okay.
The only thing I would say that Soulja probably like he did the Kendrick route and started talking about niggas' children and shit. But it's still funny. Like it's to me, it's all a joke to me.
I
don't
didn't see
think
too much in it, but
seeing
Marlon,
this 14-minute live video of Soulja Boy just violating.
he been
like,
beefing
Marlon.
since
He stayed
we
beefing,
was
bro.
kids
Yeah.
though, so he a vet in the beef game.
Marlon even came out with a little AI country track calling him a crackhead. So he said Soldier on Krenak and meth.
Yo,
bro.
Krenak
It's
is
funny as
hilarious.
hell.
Nah.
Yeah, they both. I feel like this is a skit though.
Hey,
Yeah, they
him
know what they
and
doing.
Soldier beefing, but whose family getting inducted into the NAACP Hall of Fame? You feel me? If I'm
Right.
not mistaken,
Right,
it's
yeah.
the Wayans family.
Yeah.
Legendary people
Soulja
right there.
Boy.
Hollywood
Tell him
legends.
he has the Guinness World Record for having the most people in the world to dance to his song. Not Marlon
I
Wayans.
think
And
that's
most
a-
ringtones
I
downloaded
guess that's
too.
the
Superman.
feat.
Crank that Soulja
Crank
Boy,
that.
yeah. So like, he's a ringtone artist. He did way more like for the culture than Marlon Wayans did.
Okay.
And
Scary Movie one.
No. He's not going to say Wayne's family. You're saying Marlon Wayne specifically, right?
Marlon Wayans.
They
Okay,
wrote those.
yeah.
He
Huh?
wrote those.
He helped, but it's more
Marlon Wayans-
Wayne's
Marlon
family
Wayans-
though.
The
It's
movies
true.
his family did.
It's true. Marlon Wayans definitely sucked dick for all his roles.
Nah.
No, he
That's-
did it because it was his
That's
family's
wild.
shit, and he worked hard for it.
Yeah, look at his
He
family.
let-
Nah, not all of them.
Bro.
And some of his family members probably did too,
Bro, we
especially
went-
the other one.
No,
that
none
was
of
in
it.
Scary
Especially
Movie.
the other
No,
one.
The
bro.
one that showed
They-
is fucking gooched as a vagina. I'm
Keenan
pretty
was the
sure he
main
gets
one
it
in
the
charge
ass,
of the
nigga.
family, bro. They
Alright, he
never
was the
had to
straight
worry
one.
about that.
And guess what? He did not want to let Marlon and them niggas have to go and do their own shit first before he
Marlon
actually
and Sean,
let
yeah.
him in.
Like, we
And
watched the Shay Shay
Marlon
interview.
literally only caters to a certain demographic, and he's the reason. He's one of the main reasons why I say marry into your culture and not outside.
Oh, he got a white wife?
No, but he does the white chicks. He does all the new movies and content. A lot of it is really catering to Hollywood, not Blackwood. You feel me?
Got you.
We need Blackwood in full effect, and that shit is going to be the landmark. The landmark with that Cat Williams opens. That's gonna be the new Blackwood. You feel me? We need more Black Hollywood writers, and I think Denzel Washington. He started to pair up with another person, I forgot who, in order to start making like non-progressive movies, like getting back to the creative
Classic
side of
movies,
it.
yeah.
Like Marlon Wayans. He kind of caters to the progressive side a little bit, like a lot of it.
Well, because he
actually.
has a transgender child.
He does?
Yeah. It's
Wait,
That's
so
another
boy
thing
to
that Soulja
girl or
Boy was
girl to
coming
boy?
at. Was
it's
coming
a
at him
son,
about.
now
Girl to
it's a
boy.
daughter.
Yeah, Soulja
no,
was
no,
coming
no,
at
it's
him
a
for
daughter,
that.
now it's a
Word
son.
about his mother.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, so he has to, because he talked about it in some of his specials, like the second to last one or some shit like that. I get it, but like I also get Soulja Boy's side too. It's like, nigga, you're not about to punk me just because you got a Hollywood. Like, nah. I'm Team Soulja on Marlon. So I'm fuck that. I don't give a fuck. And it's when you beef and it's, if y'all really don't fuck with each other, it's like that's it, bro.
I know the Wayne brothers longer than I know Soulja Boy, so I fuck with the Waynes.
You came up off a Soulja Boy.
No, I didn't,
he
nigga.
did,
I
bro.
came
He
off
grew up
of
in
watching the
Fairfield.
Wayans brothers every night on VH, Views, nigga. I watched Scary Movie
Soulja
growing
Boy
up. You
came
feel
out,
me? I watched Don't Be a Menace and South Central while drinking your juice growing up. You feel me? Like
That's fair.
We watched More Money. We watched The Sixth Man. You feel me? All before you came out.
But you gotta remember the impact that the Soulja Boy cranked that era was.
That was the same impact High School Musical had, nigga. Niggas just like to dance. Nigga, everybody, we all in this together. Trust me.
We
Niggas
can't,
just like to dance.
we can't diminish
His
Pretty
impact,
boy
the internet.
Nah, I never.
Kiss me through the phone.
Kiss me through the
I'm
phone.
gonna I give Soulja his flowers. I'm just saying. I know it's.
And he
I
just
got my
had his
loyalty
song
on one
with
side.
Sexy. He didn't.
That's fine, that's
it's
fine,
not
that's
his
fair.
song,
That's
but he was on the song with Sexy Red. Like Sexy Red.
It's not a
brought
song with
that whole-
Beyonce. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
like Soulja been around. Like,
Soulja Boy got a Beyonce feature, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Nigga got his own game console.
Drake. Nah, Marlon.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
That's nah. And if we were talking about who would win in a fight, come on,
Yeah.
Soulja would probably
No,
like win
no.
that.
You got Soulja?
Soulja's too frail.
You think so?
I
feel
look
like
at
he
him, he
mad
just
bark.
seems too like.
And Marlon way too
yeah, he
limber,
seems too
nigga.
thin now.
Marlon
He'll
was
shoot
hell.
before he pick up the box.
Yeah, I feel
that's
like
true.
he like Soulja Boy ain't. I ain't saying he a punk. I just feel like he not really in no.
He ain't with the swinging shit.
Yeah,
He with the
swinging shape.
pop shit.
He don't look like he in swinging shape.
Watch
feel like
that live,
Marlon
man.
will
He
really
was
hit him with
talking
a
that
piece.
talk, but he do always talk that talk. But yeah,
That's me on Trendy Boys. Thank you for sticking with me.
I fuck with Soulja though. That's my guy though.
Yeah, so I like them both. I like them both.
Yeah.
They both, to me, they both comedians.
Yeah, but Martin, Soulja made a really good point though. He said like, "Yo, when was the last hit movie that Marlon Wayans had?"
Yeah, one on Netflix that was pretty good.
It was the
He
redo
made that
movie.
Which one? Sex Tuplets or Naked?
I think it was
the naked
It was a
one.
naked one.
Naked.
No. Which one was the one when they were doing the burglary in the house?
I don't know.
He was Haunted House, right? That's what it was
Haunted
called.
House was good.
Haunted House
think
was
it's called
cool,
Haunted
but that
House.
was like
I
10
liked
years
it.
ago, nigga.
Yeah,
And the
no,
naked
yeah. I'm
one
not
was
saying it
good.
was recent, but that was probably the last one I really like.
No, that
like
wasn't. That was a
Yeah,
couple
I
years
seen
back.
Haunted House in high school, nigga. I remember watching that shit in high
No,
school.
you're thinking of the paranormal activity type one.
That's a haunted house. He made two
No,
of
there's a
them.
new Halloween movie that just recently came out on Netflix.
With Marlon Wayans?
Yes, and they live in a haunted house. And you can see the ghost. It's like a
Nah,
kid's
that
kind of
one
movie.
I was.
That's some bullshit. No.
That wasn't the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
I was talking about the paranormal one.
Yeah.
Yo, the parody of that
That
thing.
shit came out mad long ago.
10 years ago.
Swear to God.
God damn.
But
I
that
was in high
drink,
school.
The
that
only reason why I can believe
solo
it is
act, I think
like
that
a
drink was one of his most.
Paranormal Black activity or
recent
something
one.
like that.
Yeah, I bro, that
That
was
was
mad
straight
funny.
though. That was straight, but
Yeah.
like Hit, I think I like Haunted House.
Yeah, that was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That he hasn't had a hit like that in a long time.
Well,
But if we talking about Hit, Soulja Boy had the
new scary movie is coming out.
Scary Movie 6.
Soulja Boy had a hit recently,
And it's back
though?
to them. They own that shit now.
Yeah,
so
I'm
they
happy
writing it.
about that. That I don't know about that. Soulja Boy
Soulja
was
Boy ain't had no
pairing up
recent
with
hits.
Sexy Red though,
Like-
and they basically brought back the Superman. Remember when he did it in the video? I forgot
word?
which one it was. Off Sexy Red's last album. Yeah, that was one of the lead singles.
That's
So
not
he's
in-
mad relevant in the culture.
Yeah, he
Marlon-
relevant without making the music, for
Marlon
sure.
only pops out when he has content out. Like
I don't know. I think
Soulja
they helped
is
start
relevant.
the culture.
Different eras.
Again, if it wasn't for the Wayne's family in general, like just there wouldn't be the people that are out nowadays.
That's a
just from
fact.
sitting on In Living Color, finding Jim Carrey, all these people they got to work with
J-Lo.
and act with. Like
I mean, that's
they
not
got their
really-
foot in the door in Hollywood for sure.
I'm not putting that on Marlon's jacket at all.
No,
I'm
of course,
putting
that's
that
all on
his
Keenan.
brothers and everybody else before him because he kind of like whether he fought, talked about this in an interview about like he wanted to make his own lane, but at the end of the day, nepotism is real and that shit
True.
was alive in your family. You
For
feel
sure.
me? And success got passed down to you. Soulja came out from the gutter from the internet. Let's not talk like you feel me. There's a little difference of like
Yeah.
white boy growing up in a white home, and then you growing up in the hood, and then both of y'all going to a college and having different advantages. You feel me?
I agree.
Nah, I can
And
respect
disadvantage.
that.
Just grew up with nothing. Made some of them stuff. Even
My
if it was
point
just
is,
their
Marlon
family.
didn't grow up with nothing. He grew
He
up
did,
with a
though.
whole bunch of opportunity already.
He did, but he definitely did capitalize, and he was.
Yeah, he did what he was supposed to do.
He didn't grow up with opportunity until his brother had opportunity. Though they all grew
Yeah,
up
but
poor.
that's what I'm
like-
saying. His brother's older than him, though, right? Keenan's one of the oldest one, right?
Yeah, by the time Marlon got to like high school, college, they had already had a Living Color.
Yeah, they had to sell something to him first in order to like get Keenan to work with him. Like Keenan wasn't playing with Marlon, so Marlon had like
To
I
work
would
for
say
his
like
shit, too.
yeah, he
Yeah, he
had
definitely
that
put
door
that work
open,
in.
though. That opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're
But he
saying.
ain't fumble it though. And
Yeah.
he definitely made his own lane. Like he's still relevant, and the rest of them are kind of.
Yeah, they're just legacy niggas now.
Not the father though. I said the father. My
Damon
wife and
Wayans.
kids. Damon Wayans, he's
Damon.
popping right now.
But Damon Wayans went away for
is
a
he?
while too.
yeah, he's back
so-
though.
His last big thing was
My wife and
my
kids.
wife and kids.
Nah.
That shit was
At least to us, unless he did something
15
different.
plus.
Sean
years
don't
ago.
do shit anymore. He don't even DJ no more.
Keenan.
Probably
Sean is
just
trash.
producing
Yeah.
shit.
Marlon's definitely the only Wayne brothers relevant. And he's the youngest one too. So it
Carrying
makes
the
sense.
The only Wayne that
Sean
should
ain't
have really
trash.
got love was Kim, but
She's a writer now too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, my fault. I didn't mean to carry that. I just felt like that was a good one. All right.
Oh, good. Y'all ready for the cheaters, the beaters, the misleaders?
Cheater, beater, misleader.
Don't put that on my jacket. Do not you see that jacket. Switch that one up. Well, they gave you beater, which is worse.
Oh no, buddy.
He gave misleaders to himself.
That's what he misleading
He misleading.
I got
We
you.
about to jump right into relationship topics. You feel me? And the first question I got for you fellas is,
Sorry, you can read off your phone, bro. I know.
nah, it's Gucci right here.
right.
When I'm over there, it's tough, but
Oh yeah, you're right.
know what I mean? But check it. How do you feel? How do you grow with your partner if you and them are stagnant and lacking ambition?
1 second. It's if one of them.
Oh, pause. Let me rewind that. All right. We getting into the relationship topics, and the first question I got for you fellas is, how do you grow with your partner if one of them are stagnant / lacking motivation?
I feel like if you guys don't really have the same type of motivation towards like one particular thing, it's gonna be extremely hard for you guys to have a good relationship, because if you are really motivated by one thing, or like you're really prioritizing that one thing and someone else is distracting that, you're gonna end up choosing between one of the two, I think.
Oh, yeah, there's always a choice.
So like if you're not as ambitious to your own goals, but you subscribe to what I got going on, that's fine. But if you're not ambitious to your own goals, you're not ambitious to what I got going on, and you just chilling, like there's no way that you're gonna be able to sustain that.
I agree.
I think how you grow with your partner, if one of them is stagnant, is you don't.
Yeah.
I think you grow more of like a disdain for them.
You gotta
Where it's
grow
just
'em.
like, what am I doing with someone that's not on my level of what I want? So I don't really think that you can stay and grow with someone that doesn't want to change or doesn't want to grow in general. I at least need to see some form of motivation from you, like on things you want in life. Now, it doesn't have to be extreme, but I at least need some knowledge, because when we both got together, we probably both said things that were going to lead us into thinking the two of us would grow as a couple. So it's like, now if we're together and you're comfortable, that's a problem.
I agree.
Don't just be comfy.
So what if, like, little plot twist, what if y'all like maybe 5 years plus into a relationship, 5 to 10 years plus into a relationship, you feel me? And you know, you've invested into that, but like the growth hasn't hit, you feel me, and time has passed.
That's true. If you're in a longer relationship.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you see it all the time. I feel like people outgrow one another. And you end up seeing, you know, people break up because of that. A lot of times, you know, the history is going to try to keep you in that relationship, but more than likely you're going to have that internal or external battle with your partner if you feel like you're outpacing them to an extent where they feel like they're stagnant. Like stagnancy kind of is almost like regression low key when you see somebody who's really going hard. Like, especially as men too, I don't want to speak for y'all, but from my perspective, you kind of want a woman who, and something that I've been blessed with, could push you and like help around what you got going on. So if you're being stagnant and you're not helping me, it's not really a relationship at that point because you know what my goals are.
I'm babysitting.
You're just lingering.
Yeah,
You're just lingering here looking for good times.
That's my, like,
you might search for it somewhere else.
With relationships is because I'm a very goal oriented, very ambitious person. So like I'm always going to have something planned, going to have something to do. So I cannot come home and just look at you and just, you're just sitting here, you're just
pending.
Unless it's your day off, like you're doing absolutely nothing.
Not even that. See, that's the problem. Like your days off should not only be your days off. We get a lot of days off throughout the year. Not every single one of your days off you should just use it to chill. You should use it as an advantage to get ahead. A lot of people think that the cheat code in the morning time, like waking up like 4 or 5 in the morning, that is the cheat code in order to get ahead of practically the majority of the people in the world type shit. The most successful people wake up around that time and they work out, eat breakfast, do all that extra shit, get all that out the way, and then they were officially starting their day like outside of the house type shit. Like way like 7, 8 o'clock.
It's because everybody else is routinely sleeping during those hours. Unless you work an overnight shift where you still at work, you feel me? Your time is still being consumed. So
to jump on
you really got the advantage in life.
So like just seeing a partner who doesn't match my energy or doesn't necessarily support what I'm doing, and then you're just taking the backhand or I'm just carrying both of us, I can't do that because
I agree. Yeah.
Why are we together if you're only leaning on me when it's time for fun and entertainment and not when it's time to like do something purposeful?
Lock
something
in.
that like gets us from point A to point B. You feel me? And you can tell a person lacks ambition if they're don't follow through with what they said. And if you said we both have a relationship conversation about shit, and I'm following through, and you see me following through, but all of a sudden you're treating it like I'm not paying attention to you or some shit. Like, no, bitch, like follow your own goals. Like, I'm not here to just hold your hand every 5 seconds. Like, you got to do your own wave or support what I'm doing.
Right.
Where it's not like have to hold you everywhere type shit. So that's kind of tough, man. Because I be loving those, like, you would fall for somebody, and then like Rahh said, 4 or 5 years in a relationship, all of a sudden you just realize that you really only fell for the good things about them. And when it came to responsible things that you're accountable for, that you have to commit to and really make happen and show results, that's where this all of a sudden you want to argue. All of a sudden is my bad. All of a sudden I can't make it happen.
It is like a discourse.
It's an excuse. Like, it's just like, no, bitch, you're stagnant. You lack ambition.
That's sustainable.
I agree. And that kind of ties into like what Rahh said, where it's like, you feel me, you guys don't essentially grow at that point, you feel me? But for me, I feel like, you know, in order to help somebody grow that's stagnant, if it's your partner, y'all gotta be willing to like take new lanes and try new things, like break old habits that's not working, because it's like obviously y'all doing the same thing and it's not working. So
if it's stopping smoking, stop smoking. Like,
exactly, even if it's the
exercising
littlest
together.
things to like break those bad habits and like change course, you feel me, if it's worth staying with that partner. But
Facts.
aside from that, y'all not growing. That's
I agree.
If your partner asks you to cut off a friend they don't like, is it love or is that manipulation?
I think we've asked something like this before. I think it depends on.
No, we asked this exact question before, but I brought it back for Royce.
I mean, it again goes back to how I felt before. I think it depends on what that friend is doing to my life that makes you think you need to cut, like for me to cut them off. If they're
Good
a
point.
negative influence on my life, then I get it. But if you just don't like that I hang out with them more than I hang out with you, then that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's a partner of like the opposite sex?
If it's a partner of the opposite, that's just bananas. I should be with them then if I want to spend all my time with them. You feel me?
Good point.
But if you want me to cut them off, that's still a situational. Like, what is it that they're doing or we're doing that's so uncomfortable? Like, if we're good friends, but we're not like, we don't do anything extra, then it could just be jealousy. But I see it if like you call me and I'm like, oh, yeah, we're just getting lunch. We're at this restaurant right now. Like, yeah. And then before I hang up, I'm like, no, bill's on me. And then I just hang up the phone. Like, you get me? Then I see why you'd be a little like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, I kind of agree with that point. You feel me? Where it's like, what's your reasoning as to like why you want me to cut this off?
I need a reason.
But it's like, what if you like you give her no reasoning at all? Like, this is just like a childhood friend. Like, y'all just been cool. You never like did anything fishy, and she's still tripping. Like,
Yeah, because I actually had an
crazy,
experience like that when I was walking. We were just going to the store, and then another girl, she's like one of my homegirls, like we haven't seen each other in like over like the whole summer, like because of school or whatever. So like literally since the spring semester. Then she just came over, we hugged each other, but we were excited to see each other. But then it was just
Did you pick her up on the hug?
Nah. She jumped
Did her
like
feet
right.
leave
Feet off the ground, nigga. Yes. You gotta cut it off. You broke the rule. As soon as her foot broke the contact, you broke the rules.
I didn't know that was the thing.
When she
but that was
defied gravity, nigga, that was right.
She's light as
law.
fuck, man. Like she's a little bit on the
Yeah,
small
man.
and petite side, but like it was just a simple. Oh my god, like that was really my friend. Like, but I have
Feet swinging.
friends that are girls though. I prefer to have friends that are girls and very few niggas than to have like chill.
Picking her up
niggas.
with your other girl is crazy, bro. I said picking her
pick
up with your other
yeah.
girl is crazy.
You gotta get
You
rid of
know
her.
I'm not doing anything if I'm comfortable enough to hug
Defy
another woman
gravity
in front
with
of
this
you.
bitch.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
tippy toe is one thing, all right.
Yeah.
That's a height thing, but off the ground,
Off the ground, yeah,
you hugging her.
Yeah, you
That's
maxed
not
it.
it's a
Yes,
side
you're
hug.
maxed it.
feeling
It's maxed.
body to grip and pull up.
Yeah, you
and that is
maxed it.
that.
You maxed it. Y'all doing parkour.
Nigga, max stats.
Yeah, you maxed it. You maxed it.
Yeah, she definitely told me to block the bitch off Instagram.
So
Immediately.
was she?
And she
So
right.
was she manipulative, or was she
I
just?
think
like,
that was
love?
manipulative because
wasn't love?
like no, hell no. Hell no. We didn't even say the L word yet. You feel me? Like, nah.
Yeah.
I just personally think, to be honest, there's just certain things that women offer that male friendships don't.
Yeah.
So, like, for you to tell me, oh, I gotta cut her off.
Yeah.
I think it is a form of manipulation because that means that she might have a perspective that's different from yours, and she might side with me instead, and then that
You don't like that?
yeah, she might not like that at all, and I'm like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's nice to have a girl's perspective on things sometimes. So,
I agree.
what do you think?
From my opinion, yeah, I think it's kind of a case by case basis, whether it be a woman telling you to cut off a male friend or a woman telling you to cut off a female friend, and that's totally based upon that. Like your partner, like you see what I'm saying. You know your girl. Like if she's like, yo, every time you hang around this dude, it seemed like you calling me at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're not in your right mind. If I'm really saying like, y'all want to lock in this year, and I want to do like no substances,
Yeah.
then if she brings that up at that point in time, you could tell like, yo, if you want to lock in, this is love right here. I'm telling you, you might not be able to talk to this dude. You see what I'm saying? But if you're having this is the ultimatum. You can't talk to this person if you want to be with me. And it's just an insecurity thing. It's sounding like a little bit more manipulation.
Yeah, because and that's where I'll be cool to. All right, for example, I was cool to to block that person, right? But then now you want me to block every single girl that I had like some type of contact or interaction with on my Instagram. Nah.
And now you're at a point where, at the point in time in which there's resistance, now you're gonna try to blow it up to make it seem like, oh, well, you don't want to block her. Why? Because you actually like her. And it's like, listen, I wasn't even thinking about that. It's just that I don't want to be controlled.
Bitch, she's on the backup roster.
I think it's case by case.
Like, you need to trust me, all right?
Yeah.
But the first girl, she had every right to tell me to block her, because before I was even dating that girl, holding my hands, I was trying to fuck that girl for real.
That's why you picked
already knew what the intentions were.
This part, once she hit the Air Jordan, I can tell.
Yeah, but she hit me on the semester where like my friends at the time, her friend and my friends, we had like mingling friends.
Yeah.
And those mingling friends were friends with my ex, and she basically gossiped a lot of bad shit about me, and then all of a sudden I was painted as a monster, so I couldn't smash that one.
I couldn't smash.
The next best thing.
I went to somebody else from a different state who didn't know shit about this bitch at all. No fucking communications. Even though I wasn't guilty of anything, but you know, once when you break up somebody, like, it's his perspective and her perspective, and Shorty's perspective was, nigga, I was dirt. I was like,
worst ever.
I'm crying.
Yeah.
But to wrap up that question, I would say overall it's like a manipulation thing. Like, there's very few circumstances where it's like you wanting somebody to cut somebody off over love.
that's a fact.
But this is gonna be the last question for y'all, and this is gonna wrap up the relationship topics. And it's, should there be a mandatory round 2 if round 1 was too quick?
Yeah.
That's like
Mandatory is kind of crazy. Like, anytime you say mandatory, I'm thinking like weird case scenarios. Mandatory? I can't say
It depends on what the
mandatory.
time frame is to make it mandatory. Like, if it's right after the first round, then no, it ain't mandatory. But at least at some point in that week, I need to run it back.
Same night, right?
It might not even be same night.
Then it's
Sometimes-
not a round 2 then. What relationships not happening the same night? Like, what boxing match you was like, all right, round 1, Mike Tyson,
I think it's tomorrow.
All right,
I think of it as
That's a
movie.
different
I think
section.
of it
That's
as
a
movie
different
sequence with to be continued. You finna get piped on.
that's not a round
Come
two.
on.
that's not a round 2. Round 2 has to happen right out. Yeah.
Alright, so if I fuck this bitch, if I fuck this bitch at 11:50 p.m. and I fuck her again at 1:30, am I fucking her in the same night or the next morning?
That's the same night. That's the same night.
That
That's
counts
same
as the same night. type
It's
shit.
not the same day. We're not talking about like
Y'all know what I mean.
If you had a
It's
full
semantics.
rest and woke up, it's a different day.
Yeah.
But if you
If
ain't
I
get a
fucked
full
that-
sleep,
Nigga,
it's the same night.
if I fuck my bitch at 10:30,
took a
we
nap?
take a nap and wake up at 4:20 in the morning and I fuck again.
Nigga, you had a meal, use the bathroom, brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Nigga, no, that's not a round 2.
Refresh, nigga. That's a refresh.
Literally.
Literally. The body, mind, and spirit.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
Nigga had the whole bag ready.
Nah, I think it is mandatory though. Like, definitely, like,
As a nigga, like,
If
say if
I
the
was-
girl ain't asking for it. As a nigga, like, when do you feel
It's
like,
only
damn, that was too
mandatory.
short, I gotta give some more?
it's
Yeah,
only
I ain't gonna
mandatory to
lie.
me if I was whacked the first. If I know I was whacked the first round. Like, I don't know quick. That don't
That wasn't myself. That wasn't me.
Now you gotta get the whip though.
If we did too much dry humping and foreplay, like it was like too much, I might fuck around and blast. Then I'm like, fuck it, let's blast to the past now.
If you
feel
just
me?
give me crazy mop and then like expect me to like hold it down for another 40 minutes, like that's crazy.
Wow.
Nigga,
Crazy
solid
for like
minute,
30
30
minutes.
seconds.
And then expect me to fuck for an hour? Like, no, bitch.
No, the mop got me weak.
Yeah.
Wait, so question though.
Can't do that.
That's a mandatory afterwards, you saying?
I have to, bro. I
Okay,
gotta redeem
you
myself
gotta
because I'm
redeem.
lasting. We won't need a round
You gotta
3.
redeem now.
We won't need
now
a
you gotta
round 3.
redeem.
What you
Okay.
get?
It's like
I'm definitely not going mandatory.
my round 1 is like an
the
appetizer.
whole
bro.
mandate, I'm anti-mandate, anti-mandatory.
Don't get upset.
Anti-mandatory for Showski.
Yeah,
He said
nah.
1 minute, 5 minutes, 30
Word,
minutes.
word.
Whatever I'm serving on
when you reach in this bag, what you pull out is your treat.
It's
That's
like
your
when you
treat.
fuck with a condom for too long. You fuck mad long with it. That shit lasts. But then when you fuck raw and oh shit, I forgot how this shit feel. Skin. Oh my god. Wet. I feel water. What? Yeah.
Niggas start hitting the.
You gotta get used to that shit again, nigga.
Yeah. I mean, listen. There's case scenarios. Look, case by case basis, baby.
Yeah, it's a case by case basis.
It's a case by case basis. It ain't mandatory.
Like, if you in a long term relationship, like, all right, sorry, you gonna get it how you get it, babe. Like, we're 2 years in. One nut is a one nut, but if we like first 2 years in, like, nah, I'm gonna show you what I got still.
Yeah.
Like,
you got your rep on. If you're rep on the line, you got to show out for the rep.
Yeah, that's what I was literally just gonna ask. Like, so you don't give a fuck about reputation? Like, what if it's your first time with a chick?
Off the first time though. Like,
yeah, I mean, listen.
That's a good question. What if it was the first time?
Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it. But if that's the case, then no, because on first rip, I give a total A game.
Yeah. On first rip, you're not gonna know how bad my future sex game.
Yeah, you're supposed to be locked in.
Even if you know she's a potential stalker, like
No, like
give it A.
Potential stalker is
the thing
crazy.
is, she's a potential stalker because I gave A game.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, Rad.
if I didn't give a fuck, then it's over. Like, done with. Like, I came.
Put it like this: when you care, you care. When you don't, you don't.
If
I'm
he
gonna put it like
wants to,
that.
he will.
When you care, you care. When you don't, you don't.
It's certain girls that it's like, I'm still doing you the favor.
Around you because, like, you feel me? I love you.
Even in my worst, I'm still doing you a justice.
Tight shit.
Like, you know who I am, woman. You ain't see Bridgeport the movie.
It's a privilege to be in this era right now.
Nigga say you ain't see the film on the red carpet. Nigga. That's my shit.
Man, get up out of here, man.
I know you saw this $203.86 jacket, nigga.
No, that's bad funny.
Yeah, that was crazy. Hey, y'all.
That was a good one.
Did you like this episode?
Yeah, man, number 100, baby. I'm honored to be here, man.
I'm happy, bro. Like,
I started off the triple figures. I'll take that.
yeah, you feel me? You really did. And we
Stamp
actually have a lot in store for y'all coming up for season 5. This is officially the season finale of season 4. We had to take a break, nigga. We wanted to run up those numbers. Thank you, everybody who got us to where we are at right now.
And
couldn't have done it
now?
without Rad. Couldn't have done it without Rahh. Couldn't have done it without me. You feel me? This is where... This is what it's at now, and I can't wait to see what episode 200 is looking like. All right,
Movie.
yeah, we really gonna be in a different spot for real. Like, new locations, new bitches, people moving around. We won't even have to set up or edit no more.
That's gonna be the pod. That's gonna be the pod that we do in the forest.
I hear that.
Pod in the forest.
Yeah,
The
we
real
are gonna
Jungle
have
Squad
some,
cast.
Yeah, we're gonna have some
Gangsta
special
though.
shit happening to celebrate moving forward. But
Don't be bougie on me, man. I want to be, at 150, 200 too.
bro, you
yeah,
can
for
literally
sure.
come back and I got a movie coming out, pull up. Like how Marlon Wayans does every time he goes
My
to the
press
Breakfast
run?
Club. Yeah, do your press. We're one of those niggas. Got you.
We'll be
Got a little
the
event.
Breakfast Club.
Interview the actors and shit. Like
Clip
that's our
this
new
for
shit.
when they be charging $3,000 a show. Clip this.
We'll be in your breakfast club for the small fee.
Breakfast.
TBD.
Yeah, let us know what the game plan is. We'll work it out. But yo, guys, this
thing
has
we
been
don't have
fun.
clippers
Before
yet.
we leave, give the audience another message and where to find you, bro.
Yo, RoyceEmpire.com, RoyceEmpire.com. If you want to see anything when it comes to my content, gear, or whatever the case may be. And then on top of that too, if you want to check me on Instagram or anything like that, it's Emperor Just, EMPERORJUS. And like I said, I'm honored to be in this position. I feel like we're the new creators that's pushing where we from, and it's giving people that pep in their step, that inspiration that they need to keep going. And we're able to reap the benefits, but we're also able to inspire other people to get involved too. So I'm happy about this era of creativity.
Inspired and inspired.
Appreciate you, man.
Paving the way,
You know,
bro.
I fuck with having you here, bro. It was cool to meet So Rare Jordan. Just off meeting you, bro, I met like so many new people already.
Yeah, man. That's how it's supposed to
appreciate
be.
it, bro. Yo,
Platypus is back.
You did.
you really here?
The platypus.
The platypus is back.
Oh shit, you are the
forgot
platypus.
about it.
Yeah, I remember my animal. Fairy back get back in the building, man.
That's fine. Damn, I forgot we call that nigga a platypus. That's fine.
Description, I mean.
Yeah.
Nah, that ass though. But listen, yo, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for everybody joining the Jungle Squad cast on the journey. We are at the road. We passed the road to 100. Now it's the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are right now at 891. All right, we mad close. All right, if I want Abe Loso back in the booth, get the Jungle Squad cast to 1,000 subscribers. Like, comment, subscribe at the Jungle Squad cast. You feel me? JSC Network _ for YouTube. You feel me? We the Jungle Squad cast. We here.
Stamp that.
We there.
Stamp that.
And now we out of here.
You feel me?